shit. Get rid of this shit. Get rid of this fucking shit. Right, big up everybody. We're back. We're back. And we are out. We are out of the Champions League because there ain't no way. There ain't no way you're going to have me giving you copium today after the shit that I saw yesterday, man. Get to fuck. Is this the right mic? Are we on the right mic? Yeah, we are on the right mic. Right, who's in here? Yo, big up Luke, big up Yerps, big up Steve, big up Iceman. Who is in here? Big up Akil, big up Nikoi, big up Shawa, big up Kunya, big up Abs. This isn't even the right setting and everything. 1 second. Boom, boom, boom. Love. Big up everybody. Big up everybody. Fucking fuming, man. Big up my G's. Shout out to every single one of you guys in the chat. It is going to be a fucking long week, man. It's just so jarring. Man said, did we have any chance? Yes, we did. Yes, we did. But hey, my goalkeeper needs to be Jorginho in build-up. And typically, we self-sabotage ourselves after we concede the third goal. It's so fucking typical of this team. The one question mark that we all had going into this game was the problem. Standard. Fucking standard, guy. And Liam Rosenior, by the way. It's early days. I don't want to see this prick. I don't want to look at this prick. I don't want to hear this prick. Fuck him. Because why the fuck are we risking learning this build-up shit, not just with a goalkeeper that's not used to playing in this situation, but we have centre-backs that are not even comfortable playing out of the fucking back. But you want to push a goalkeeper into the squad because he can play out the back. How the fuck does that make any sense? Do I have Levi Colwell in the team? Do I have AC or someone who's actually comfortable playing out the back? No, I don't. So what happens when those centre-backs get on the ball? They're passing it back. They're passing it back. I watched back all of our build-up play in the game yesterday. I barely saw anything coming from the centre-backs because the centre-backs were moving it to the full-backs or they were moving it back to the goalkeeper. The build-up play came from the full-backs, it came from the midfield, or the rare times that the ball went long, and maybe the one-off pass from Chalobah or Fofana. That was it. That was all that the build-up play was. But yo, at least I've brought in a goalkeeper that's going to do a ton of short passes. And also, didn't this guy say that he wasn't going to change too much? Because he's just come in mid-season. He's barely had any time with the squad. But here we are dropping someone who's actually one of our players of the season. And look, I'm not going to hear people running revisionism on Robert Sanchez because how many fucking times have we said Robert Sanchez has been let down by the players in front of him this season? How many times have we said Robert Sanchez has been robbed of a clean sheet? We've said that enough time. So what I'm not going to hear is people tell me, oh, why are we complaining? Sanchez is shit. Jorgensen is shit. No. Jorgensen is clearly worse. For all the short passing, he's not a great shot stopper. He's not a great cross claimer. But hey, we decided to go and risk it. And here we are. The tie is done. The die is finished. Don't ask me to give you copium about how we're coming back into the second leg because I don't see it. And I'm already fuming because I put 71 quid down on that. Fucking brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. It was a dumb gamble. He's not used to being in this sort of situation. Nah, Maldini, look, I hear it, bro. But, bro, I just think second leg, Sanchez is going to come back into the team. We'll probably win the game. And we'll probably still go out. Because 3 goals, I see it as too much to go off. There's too much. Ain't no way with these centre-backs we're keeping a clean sheet. I don't see it. Man said you'll take my ticket. Yo, don't tempt me, bruv. Don't fucking tempt me. I'll take you up on that one still. I am fuming. I have slept about 3 times since that game, and my head is still on fucking Mars. Because yet again, it's avoidable. This is a beatable PSG side. For about 75 minutes, everything was relatively fine. We started the game a bit poorly. We grew into the game well. Second half, PSG barely laid a glove on us in the first 30 minutes. Then they get 3 chances, they get 3 goals. And we go and we just fucking hand it to them. Hand them the tie because of the dumb third goal, because Jorgensen decides, I'm going to pass the ball with my weak foot. Yeah. I'm going to pass the ball with my fucking weak foot. And also, Fofana, don't go anywhere, you pussy. Why the fuck didn't you pass the ball to Gusto? Oh, wait. Not comfortable playing out of the fucking back. But here we are, trying to die by playing out of the fucking back. Bits on both of them. Again, Wes, you are not going anywhere. You had Gusto in acres of space on your strong foot, and you decided to turn around and pass back. But again, the story of that game. Because those defenders are not comfortable playing out of the back. But here we are trying to play out the back. Lovely. That game should not have been a 5-2. But because of the question marks that we had going into the game, it became a 5-2. Yeah, because he's an idiot. He's an idiot. And it's not a Rosenior out thing right now. I'll say that. It's still too soon. But fuck this guy, man. I traveled to Paris for you to be running experiments. Really? Well, when we won the World Cup, it was because Robert Sanchez was hoofing the ball into space behind PSG's back line. And you told me you're not going to change a lot because you've only just come in mid-season. Or for you to drop a player of the season candidate. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fucking piece of shit. Fucking joke, man. We're risking Jorgensen away at PSG just for the sake of build-up. Our centre-backs can't even play out the back well, but we're doing that for fucking build-up. Second half, we're shutting up shop, and then we're taking off João Pedro and Palmer to bring on Delap. The ball's barely sticking with João Pedro up top because Pacho is onto him, and you think Liam Delap's going to make any damn difference. All right, mate. All right. Then Cole Palmer comes off. So Enzo, it looked like Enzo was moving to the right side, and then he came into the middle because he's a midfielder. He's not a winger. And then they come off our left side, and then they score their next goal. Immediately. Then we keep pushing players forward. Also, you can tell me after that, oh, you guys, you have to remember, it's a 2-legged tie. It's a 2-legged tie, guys. Well, why the fuck are we overcommitting at 4-2 down then? And even then for the 5th goal, Jorgensen, your fucking position. Your positioning was ridiculous. Yeah, Mystic, I got sorted, man. I found a few brothers in a park and like, yeah, I managed to get myself sorted, man. I managed to get... That was like the only positive. That and the Eiffel Tower, even though I wanted to nosedive off that at full time. Fucking fuming, bruv. Look at our back 5 yesterday. None should be starting for the club. I think Gusto did all right. And bar that. It's a fucking joke, man. It's an absolute fucking joke. Exactly. Reactive substitutions. I was there in 75 minutes going, Liam, where are the fucking subs, mate? Where are the subs? And then don't turn up until after the 3rd goal. Lovely. Lovely. And yet we're still overcommitting. You want to tell me it's a 2-legged tie, but you're acting like we're trying to rise up some goal difference. Fucking joke, man. You, man, hit the likes. Big up every single one of you, man. Hit the fucking likes. This tie is fucked. This tie's fucked. Because Rosenior wanted to come in. He told us he weren't going to change things up too quickly and then started changing things up too quickly. Maresca knew we couldn't trust our centre-backs in build-up. Our goalkeeper in build-up. So we stopped relying on our goalkeeper in build-up. Now we're going back to doing it. Why? When you said you weren't going to change too much. And here we are. Here we fucking are. It's a fucking joke, man. All for this fucking pussy in goal. And fuck Jorgensen too. He didn't even have the bollocks to come out and to clap the fans at full time. You fucking bitch. Fuck you. Fuck you too. Oh, but it's okay. He can move the ball like Jorginho. He can move the ball like Toni Kroos. Lovely. Fucking lovely, man. If you want to start implementing Jorgensen in games, why don't you use that against the deader teams? Where there's less pressure on him. When we're going to have more possession. And where him being like a +1 in build-up might be a good thing for us. Not against a mad pressing team like PSG with centre-backs that aren't even comfortable on the ball. But here we are. Here we are. Self-sabotage FC back again. Fucking back again. Fucking joke, man. Absolute fucking joke. Big up Assad saying celebrating Chelsea losing to suck up Maresca. Just say, yo, allow it, Assad, man. You're the first one to talk about Maresca after a victory. You can listen to Maresca after a defeat, my guy. Big up for the donation, though, still. You're always my guy, but I'm not hearing it today. I'm really not hearing it today. Big up Sam for joining the membership, my G. Big up, bro. Big up to Assad as well, saying if Lavia and Santos fit, don't play James in midfield. Was Lavia even fit, though? Probably played like, 75 minutes or something against Wrexham. I barely remember because I just want to throw that game out of my memory. I want to throw this game out of my memory too. But then I'll go and revisit this again tomorrow on fucking Back Again. Could have been the only one there with a decent result. But yo, we had to experiment with the goalkeepers, didn't we? We fucking had to do that. I haven't turned on Rosenior quicker than Poch. I haven't done that. But he can hold it today. Pause. Fuck him. Fucking idiot. Gone all the way to Paris for him to run experiments. Fucking joke, man. Oh, I was there at the Club World Cup. I went to the Benfica game. I was around the squad. Well, you learnt nothing. You learnt nothing, did you? Fucking joke. Fucking joke, man. Did they not see Sanchez? Well, he told us he went to the World Cup. Clearly forgot about it. Exactly, Jabbo. Big up Pacharo as well. Exactly, Jabbo. Exactly this shit. You do this at PSG away. You did this away at the Parc des Princes, you psychopath. My goodness. Like, you really have to just take your time to think about that. We went away. Last 16 in the Champions League. He's experimenting. Fuck me, man. You idiot. You absolute fucking idiot. Like I'd said before the game, it's been 2 months. And I haven't had anything from Rosenior that's made me angry. And then I've got the entire build-up of 2 months all put into one game. It's a fucking moron, bruv. I don't care if he's an amateur manager, man. Why are you dropping your number one? Especially when he's being looked at this season as a player of the season contender. Which is, again, why I'm not hearing the revisions. Oh, both our goalkeepers are garbage. Oh, no. We weren't saying that when we were winning games and conceding one and Sanchez was being robbed of a clean sheet. We weren't saying that. We were saying Sanchez is doing his thing. For what? To get dropped away at PSG? A game that you fucking bossed in the World Cup final, by the way. Absolutely fucking bossed. Where is it? I think this is it. Big save after big save after big save after big save. Meanwhile, where is he? Where is he? We conceded 3 shots in the second half, all in the last 20 minutes. Conceded all of them. Conceded all of them. Hey, at least he can play out the back, though, man. At least he can play out the back. Fucking idiot. Fucking idiot, man. It's a fucking joke, bruv. Whole season's been a fucking joke. All because these idiots didn't want to listen to Maresca when he just wanted better players. Or for more idiots to try and throw him under the bus because Rosenior had a few good games. It's like, oh, Maresca was the problem. The flip-flopping is ridiculous. It's absolutely fucking ridiculous, man. And I'll say it for the same reason, man. Shout out my world champion Gaffer, because he wanted better, he demanded better, and he couldn't stand these dickheads when he didn't get better. Fucking Joe. If you don't want to hear it, don't hear it. Big up to MNG Blue, saying, why are Tosin and this goalkeeper being played in the last few weeks? This manager has not done his homework, or someone else are choosing the 11. Well, for Wrexham, I don't care about Tosin starting. Don't know why Sanchez was starting that one when he should have been away at PSG, but here we are. Here we fucking are. But Tosin, I'll be real, he's the last person I'm thinking about. Unless, I dare I see Tosin in the lineup on Saturday for the sake of rotation. I dare it. Actually, I doubt it now, because now top five probably won't be a thing, because all of England just spread their cheeks in Europe. Everybody, bar maybe Arsenal, is probably going out. You can say maybe Liverpool, but like that whole fan base is slot out. I'm not hearing it as being anything guaranteed from them either. But Spurs look to be going out. We look to be going out. I don't think Newcastle win at the Camp Nou. So top 5 is going to be a myth. Ah, well. Because you know what? I don't want our name being tarnished in Europe. This is the biggest loss that we have had in the Champions League since 2000. 2000, when we lost 5-1 to Barcelona. That long. We're breaking records from even before the Roman era. It's already guaranteed. Aye, Fairs. Fairs. Fucking Fairs, man. Probably. Fucking probably. Yeah, I was going to singing section as well, man. That could have been a generational night. Now it's just going to be frustrating and a slow and painful death as we just like limp out of the Champions League, because that's what it's going to be. That's what it's going to be. I would love to tell you that I believe in a comeback in the second half. I just don't think we're going to have a game like that in us. And will this guy even drop Jorgensen for the next leg? Will he? Do we even know that? He wanted to do this away at PSG. He could do it at home too. No, I ain't going to the Newcastle game. I've been that off time ago. I did that time ago. Fuck all of that. Fuck all of that, bruv. We are just so self-destructive. Story of our season, the self-destructing Blues. Big up to Sultan. Rinse and repeat, nothing will change until Blueco leave. New Arsenal sell our best players. Get smacked around Europe, celebrating a top 4 finish, win, lose, or draw Blueco out. Do you see why I don't care about if we get Champions League or not? How about you get a fucking good window for once? Not shouting at you, Sultan. I'm shouting at Clearlake. Fuck them, man. So I saw someone say that it's a 2010 Arsenal thing right now, where we're doing just enough in the windows, just enough to get top 4, and then we're just also rans in the Champions League. And that's the way it's looking. Actually hate to say it, but that's the way it's looking. That's why I said don't ask me to emotionally invest in a top 4 race. Until these men invest in the squad, don't ask me to invest. Don't ask me to. Because look, we've had a shit window. Coming into the Champions League the first time, we've already had our worst ever Champions League result in 26 years. Our worst one. Love. Don't give a damn, man. Go get some quality players, for fuck's sakes. Then I'll listen. That's a fucking joke, man. The way that we've handled this squad, the way we've built this squad is a fucking disgrace. Big up Ian saying, Lewis, I just hate my club so much sometimes. They show me promise and then throw it back in my face. Tie is not over, but I can't be asked for this shit. With this squad, and if Rosenior wants to keep playing this way, seems like it's over. Let's build up from the back, even though our centre-backs aren't even comfortable building up from the back. That's going to be a great job for us, innit? That's going to do us a lot of grace. That's going to do us a lot of fucking grace. Fuck off. Big up Ian for the donation. Yeah, man, you ain't got to tell me twice. You ain't got to tell me twice. I cannot drink the Kool-Aid with this one. I can't. Even if it was 4-2, I might hear it. We got to win 4-0 to go through. Do I believe in that? 4-0. You think we're going to outdo the Club World Cup final? Really? Nah, I don't see it. Or maybe 3-0 and penalties. Do we think we're keeping a clean sheet over 120 minutes? Against Doué, Barcola, and Dembele. No Kvaratskhelia. He got a yellow, so he's out for the second leg. Like he even fucking means anything. But we saw what happened. 3-0, not to go through. We lost by 3 goals, so you need 4 to go through. 3-0 and penalties, calm. Do we see ourselves keeping a clean sheet? In moments, we got done by good forwards. Chalobah steps out. Dembele 1v1 versus Fofana. You already know what the deal is. Fell asleep for Barcola's goal. Fofana decided to be a pussy and not pass it to Gusto, so he passed it back to Jorgensen. Jorgensen decided to be an idiot and passed the ball with his weak foot and not move the ball quickly to either centre-back that was on the edge of the box waiting for a pass. But he didn't even hoof it. He didn't even hoof it. Then the 4th goal, funnily enough, I think Sanchez could do a job on all 3 goals. Maybe that 3rd goal doesn't happen with Sanchez. The 4th goal, I think he can get a fingertip to. And the 5th goal, it goes right through him like he's a fucking hologram. The 2nd one, maybe Dembele still scores that anyways. Dembele 1v1 with the goalkeeper. It is what it is. It is what it is. The 3rd, the 4th, and the 5th goal, I think can be avoidable with Sanchez in goal. If you think the 4th goal still goes in, whatever, I won't argue that too much because it's still a pretty good finish from Kvaratskhelia. But I think Sanchez can get a hand to that or a fingertip to that. Push it away. And the 5th goal, he's definitely saved that. But look at Jorgensen's position for that 5th goal even first off. Wait, then Kvaratskhelia didn't get a yellow. Was the thing lying to me? No, he did get a yellow. Apparently he's out for the 2nd leg with a yellow. Let me know if I'm wrong. Like, does it even matter? Does it even matter? But yeah. Yeah, look, it was a decent time in Paris. You just did a whole lot of walking, a whole lot of sightseeing. And yeah, it was a decent trip, I guess. I needed the couple days off. It's been a jarring week, so I could have done with it. But then Chelsea had to go and add to it. Standard Chelsea. Standard fucking Chelsea. Do I think Sanchez saves the Barcola volley? No, let me go check that one back again. That one, I thought our whole defense was just kind of falling asleep there. Nah. He's hit the crossbar. He's fucking roofed that. Nah. I ain't gonna go that far. The first goal is what it is. That's just a really good hit. Really good hit. But yeah, the third, fourth, and the fifth one, those are the ones that I'm looking at. They can all be dealt with better. The third goal, I don't think Sanchez gets himself in that position. He's just going to fucking hoof the ball out. The fourth goal, I genuinely think he can get a hand to that. And the fifth goal, the fuck are you doing, Jorgensen? Anybody like 6'2" or above is going to save that shit. Fucking bozo. Big up, Brendan, man. One Varash sub is more impactful than all of ours combined. Liam deserves smoke, but how many gaffers have to compromise tactics to compensate for bums? No! Nobody told him put Jorgensen in goal. Big up, Brendan, but nobody told him put Jorgensen in goal. Nobody did. Because if Sanchez was in goal, and like we still lose, maybe we can talk about the whole depth issue and everything. I might hear it a little bit more. We'd even make a sub until 75 minutes. Or 70 minutes or something like that. And facts. What's his name? Enrique said he wasn't going to play any differently. But we wanted to play differently. Okay, mate. Okay. Love. Fucking idiot. I'm looking at how much more we would have created. Like, this play style wasn't the reason. My whole point is don't play like that, Jardel, bro. When Sanchez played in the World Cup final, it weren't short passes. It was play it long. PSG playing high up or playing mid, there's space in behind. Go play it long. That's the point I'm making. I'm not saying play Sanchez because he's better at playing out the back. I'm saying play Sanchez because he's a better fucking goalkeeper. And he's just going to push the ball forward. Big up Jardel, though, but like that's completely not my point, bro. Big up, man. Oh, what was that? People think I'm insulting people's intelligence, but the IQ from our players is bad. Yeah, I agree. Again, the centre-backs are not comfortable or confident or whatever in playing out the back consistently themselves. They don't like doing it. But hey, let's get the whole team learning how to play out the back mid-season. You know what your first test is going to be? PSG away! Because they don't press. Fuck off. Fuck right off. Yo, this manager has pissed me off differently, man. Again, I'd say early days, man, but yo, fuck you today. Today, fuck you. I'm so angry at Rosenior for the way that he's handled this game. This result was so avoidable. But he had to be a fucking idiot. Let's go, I want to do things my way. You came in mid-season, you moron. Fucking joke, man. Speak on Palmer ghosting. Yo, I barely noticed him. Barely noticed him. First off, like, some good actions. So he still buried his... He still missed a chance to bury the goalkeeper right before Dembele scored on the immediate counter-attack afterwards. But the second half, I didn't notice him one bit. Didn't notice him. I felt Reece James struggled in the midfield as well. Enzo, great. Great. Gusto, great. Neto, again, for how much we criticize him, that was a good performance from him. João Pedro did the best he could, but he was isolated, and Patro dealt with him very easily in the air. Swear down. Yo, no. Stay over there. Stay over there. You man wanted to call him a cuck for Man City because he was talking to them even though Chelsea spoke to De Zerbi, all because they didn't want to listen to him about improving the squad. No. Stay over there. Stay over there. Not hearing it. Not hearing it. Get to fuck. Big up to them, man, but get to fuck. Not hearing it. Because everyone wanted to run revisionism on that entire situation only a couple weeks ago. It was all Maresca as the devil incarnate. I'm not hearing it. Word, I'm not hearing it. Fucking joke. Oh, yeah, bro. I saw him criticizing Rosenior for it on Twitter. Like, yo, no. We warned you. We warned you. Live with it. Live with it. I don't give a fuck how anyone feels right now. Fuck you, man. If you, man, didn't like it, hold that. And yeah, my head is gone. My head has been gone since the 5th goal went in. I went to sleep 3 times. I woke up angry 3 times. Nothing has helped. I bun Zoot. I am still angry. Nothing is changing. So yeah, you're getting me with a head loss. It is what it is. Fucking joke. What was the next super chat? What was the next super chat? Big up Robertinho saying, big up, pray for us next week and good luck. Hashtag Blue Cartel. I'll be real, Robertinho. I'm glad you lot are going out. You lot need to focus on the Premier League. Sorry, mate. You might not like hearing it from me, but again, I don't care right now. My head's kettled. I'm so angry. I'll be real. You lot can go out. Go focus on the Prem. Go focus on the Prem. Because this season has been enough of a piss take without you lot not winning the league. So, yeah, the only good thing about last night was you lot being 3-0 down. I kind of wish it was by more goals. Big up MNG Blue. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Oh, mate. One thing I'll give you, Daniel, though, is justice for Sanchez. I'll give you that one. Big up MNG Blue saying it's so fucking over. We're going to the bridge where we perform the worst. Oh, yeah, I forgot about our home record. Yeah. Dead. The bridge feels more of an away than other grounds. Just focus on top 5. Fuck that. Fuck that. Focus on the FA Cup. The Premier League, go win games. I told you, do not ask me to give a damn about a top 4 race. We are in year 4 of Clear Lake, and these dickheads are having us doing up top 4 race copium again. Get to fuck. Get to fuck. Do you think I'm reactionary for saying he won't be a success? Bro, I would say it, but I don't even want to defend him right now. I'm so pissed with him for the way he handled this game. Say whatever you want about him. You have not built enough grace for me to go ride or die with you. At least Maresca, first half of last season, had us second in the league. Then reached all of his targets and overachieved with a World Cup. There was a reason for me to back him like that. Sorry. Rosenior's done everything that I'd expect him to do until this. Fucking joke. Yeah, man. Every single day, man. Big up the world champion gaffer, mate. They did not treat you well enough, and then they tried to villainize you. We're not going to hear it over here, mate. We are not going to hear it over here. Fucking joke. Same Maresca where, yo, he got top 4, which was the target, and he won a World Cup. Assad, please, I ain't hearing it. I am not hearing it. Do you see Enzo cooking Philip? Oh, fucking hell. Fuck. Yeah, Alexis, I'll send you a link when I send the link out if you want to jump on. You're welcome to hop on. You're welcome to jump on. Probably dressed him down way more than this bum manager. I can imagine those players sitting there and thinking, why isn't Sanchez playing? Why not? I'm sure those centre-backs have come out of games thinking, we should have kept a clean sheet. We've robbed Sanchez of a clean sheet. I'm sure Sanchez has come back in after games, even games that we've won, fuming with his centre-backs because they cost him a clean sheet and another opportunity in the Golden Glove race. Now, all for him to be dropped, for Jorgensen to come in, and for him to shit the bed in front of the world. He's not even used to games of this magnitude, and they threw him into PSG away, you fucking prick! Fucking idiot! I am not getting over this for some while. Like, Rosenior, you had better drop a fucking monster class next week or you can get to fuck. Bro, no, he didn't. Beautiful game. No, he didn't. Big up to Bola saying 10-4 on Tuesday. It won't be 5-2 again. It won't. I'll say that one. As angry as I am, it ain't that. Horror Squad, Paris Hilton Jaman. Enjoy the weekend without your game. Pussies, all of them. If you want to be angry about with anyone because they've got the week off, you could be angry with the Premier League because they don't do the same thing with us. The Liga always do that with them. Always. And we don't. I think La Liga do it as well. Yeah, Paris was all right. It was all right. It was a really chill trip. Just did a ton of walking. Had a lot of steak. Didn't even drink that much, in all honesty. Funnily enough, I thought I'd be getting bladdered over there. Barely did. And yeah, that was it. We didn't do a lot over there. It was just a chill couple days. And to be honest, it was good to get out the country a bit. A bit of fresh scenery that does a lot of good for the mental health. Until obviously Chelsea come around and just decide to fuck up your mental health again. Because why not? Why not, man? Why not? Oh, brother. I ain't gonna say too much because, I just drink the Kool-Aid whenever Arsenal come round the corner, so I ain't gonna say too much, but I do not believe. Sorry, I'm going on record right now. I don't believe. 4-2, I might believe. 3-2, I definitely would. 5-2. Calm. I got to win 4-0 in the second leg. Calm. Anyone want the ticket? Let me know. Face value, of course. You need a membership. Di Matteo, 5 times better than your fraud Maresca that you cry for. What is the correlation, my guy? What is the correlation? How many managers have passed since Di Matteo? What? You're my guy, but what is the point? Di Matteo's not dropping check for Turnbull. Number one, I don't believe in number one goalkeepers and number two. What the fuck? What in the woke nonsense is this shit? What does that even mean? I don't believe in a number one and a number two. When have I ever heard this nonsense? What the fuck, man? Yeah, big up Assad anyway, man. You already know it's all love, but I completely disagree with your viewpoint on this. Andy Q saying ski mask, where is it? I'll be in the quarterfinals. Visca Barca bum. I'm not wearing the ski mask tomorrow. I'll say that one for free right now. What is the point? What is the point? How many times am I gonna go wear a ski mask because this club wants to embarrass me? Fuck this. It's just dead. It's just straight dead. Even though that's them, but look, I don't know about that one. The first two, I'm not really annoyed with Jorgensen for. The second goal, Chalobah steps out, and he gets done. Cole Palmer doesn't bury his chance just before that. Fofana, I'm not even really that mad with him for the second goal. You're 1v1 with Dembele. You're going to get cooked. You got thrown in that position. Same way Jorgensen did. It's the last three. All avoidable. PSG had barely laid a glove on us. It's a fucking joke. It feels good to be vindicated for Maresca. I'll be real, bro. It doesn't. It doesn't. I don't want to be here saying that shit. I'd love to have been here after a 3-2 victory. Or a 4-2 victory. And it's like, yo, Rosenior, statement performance. That's what I want to be here doing. Not telling people that, yo, we're proven right with this. No. Because look at the results. Look at the result, man. I don't feel vindicated. I don't feel good about it. I'll be so honest, bro. Look, big up for the donation still, but it's like, if you want to believe that, you believe that. I believe Sanchez is getting a hand to that. If you want to believe differently, you believe differently. I'm not going to tell you how to think with that fourth goal because it's still a good hit. But I think Sanchez gets a hand to it. I think Sanchez positions himself better and he gets a hand to it. But believe what you want to believe, man. like I say, we are not an echo chamber over here. So I'm not going to tell you what to think. AK saying, big up to the Ayatollah Maresca. Rosenior out. Do I even have a lighter? No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't. But yeah, but big up again to my world champion gaffer. They did not treat you well enough, my friend. They did not treat you well enough. God bless you. And yeah, Jabbo, facts. Ultimately, it all leads up to Dumb, Dumb, and Dumber. Because even they were the reasons why Maresca fell out. Because they just chose to ignore him. Yeah, what happened to playing to the players' strengths? What happened to... I'm not going to change too much because it's mid-season and I haven't had a lot of training sessions with my squad and it's not the right time for it. You have to remember it's a two-legged tie, guys. That's why I'm overcommitting players forward at 4-2 down in fucking added time. You fucking idiots. Fucking moron, bruv. One sec. Fucking load of shit. There's no way this stream's getting monetized. Ain't no fucking way, man. Maresca gave up in the team in November, so fuck him, and nobody asked for Matisse. Maresca should have walked start the season if he was not happy. Number one, I hate this narrative. He should have walked start the season if he wasn't happy. The transfer window closed after match day 3, so he still would have left after the start of the season. And number two, nobody asked for Matisse. We were telling you for months that if Maresca left, you were getting Matisse. We all told you this. It was so fucking obvious. We all said, who do you think you're going to get if Maresca's gone? You're going to get Rosenior. I said he gave up on the team in November. Bruv, he wanted better players. He didn't think this squad was good enough to compete on multiple fronts. We had the sources telling us this in September. In fact, let me go get them. Sometimes man have to see to understand. Where is it? We go back to September, somewhere in September. There was a source that told us that Maresca don't believe we can complete on multiple fronts of the squad that we have. And now, we're basically in one. Basically fucking one. So if you want to do all of that again, it is revisionism. Yeah, no, Jabbo, I know where your mindset was at. You were saying we need to fail to succeed. So even though I disagree, I understand where your logic was coming from. There we go. There's my source. I knew I wasn't bugging. Fucking knew it. Those close to Maresca say he genuinely believes his squad simply isn't good enough to compete in both the Premier League and Champions League this season. Then they micromanaged him, threw him under the bus, and you'll wonder why he said, fuck this, I'm out. But yeah, let's go villainize Maresca for it. All right, man. All right. Big up to 103 days. Saying, given our depth situation, if we don't get UCL this season, we'd be forced to sell a star player. They have taken so much high interest depth. Read the BBC piece. What is the BBC piece? I feel like typing in Chelsea BBC is a bit of a, hey, yo, I don't really know what's going to come up if I check that. Okay. Well, we didn't have to deal with too much, thank God. Look, you're gonna have to find me the source. I'll be so real. You're gonna have to find me the source. But look, big up to 103 days. I kind of hear it. But again, fuck Clear Lake. This is what we need for top 4. I not so we can have a chance of winning the Champions League. So we don't lose more money and have to sell more key players. Love. How about you strengthen the squad when you get top 4? and when you win a World Cup. How about that? Maybe that would help. Oh, no, wait. I'm going to go piss 90 million on Gittins and Garnacho. I'm going to piss 30 million down on Liam Delap. Fucking useless fucking owners. Ain't good for shit. It does because these men abused us for that take. I get it, but bro, Chelsea got to lose for the vindication. I don't want the vindication at that cost. I don't. I know what I believe in, but look, I want Chelsea to win. I get it. Because when we win, you hear a lot of stuff about, oh, you back Maresca, all of that. I get it, but look, I just want Chelsea to win games. I'll be real. That's just it. I just want Chelsea to win games. In fact, speaking of Garnacho, I put money on him being the one that leaked the lineup, seeing as he's the one that's got history for it. It would either be him or Trev, in my guess. And Trev started, so I don't see why it would be him that leaked it. But yeah, big up AC3, man. Big up, my G. Big up, bro. Big up as well, my guy. Big up to Bola. Saying Sanchez has been a 3-time bozo this season. I want to break my hands because Danish Kinski. Oh, Jorgensen. Hold the fucking ball, not let Vitinha to chip. Get the fuck out of here, George. Hoof it. Hoof it if there's no options. Don't pass it with your fucking weak foot, you piece of shit. You fucking prick. And again, Fofana, you are not going anywhere. Why did you not move the ball forward as well? It comes back to the same thing. They're not comfortable playing out the back, and neither is the goalkeeper, yet we want them to play out the back. Fuck off. Senior, you're a fucking moron. Absolute moron. Yeah, there ain't no way this gets monetized, man. I ain't sworn like this on a stream in years. I think the last time I've been this angry on a live stream was when we lost the Carabao Cup final to Liverpool. It might be that far back. Yo, this is so jarring. Fuzzbrain saying, Poch out. Fuck Pochettino every single day. You already know what it is, bro. Fuck that guy, man. Big up for the donation. Big up to Memon. Saying, removing bozo moments, we would beat PSG and be in a title race. Sick and tired of our players selling games. Also on Rosenior, but he is new. Hey, but we don't need a centre-back, guys. We have internal solutions. And then when that manager leaves because he doesn't like those internal solutions, I'm going to bring in a manager that prioritizes short passing from the back. And yeah, Sanchez, he don't like short passing out the back, and he's been great for us this season, so we're just going to drop him, and we're going to put in Jorgensen, who's never played in this sort of situation before. Never in his life. The toughest game this guy had was Real Betis in one of the most obvious final results ever. Or in recent memory. Man said, I don't know how you get the energy to be happy, bro. I went there. I had to witness that shit in the fucking flesh. That's why, bro. That is why. But yeah, look, those bozo moments wouldn't be there if I didn't have bozos. No bozos, no bozo moments. Now he got a new manager and like, yo, he just shat himself at PSG away. Actually, no, let me not even say shat himself. That's giving him too much credit. He knew exactly what he was doing. He's just stupid. He's just stupid. What made you think that was going to work away at PSG? That was the only question mark in the entire lineup. Fucking joke. Big up for the donation, man. Big up, man said everyone has a bozo moment. The further back you go up the pitch, the less you can have bozo moments, Daniel, bro. That's what we criticized Sanchez for last season. Because again, the further back you go at the pitch, the less you're allowed to have bozo moments. Here we are demanding that those bozos get more touches of the ball. Love. Big up to MNG Blue saying, what reliable source told us Rosenior would get the job if Maresca got sacked? And he did give up that fucker. We were a few points off the top. It was not a reliable source, brother. It was common sense. Because if you looked at the manager market was a fat pack of mid. So what are Blueco going to do? They are going to look inside. The same way they do with some of the recruitment when they just wheel out somebody from Strasbourg, or like the players that we have at Strasbourg that are being groomed to play at Chelsea. Rosenior was being groomed to manage Chelsea. It was so obvious. It was so blatant. Because it was the easiest thing to do mid-season. Negotiate with yourself. That was a common sense thing, bro. But big up, man. Big up Anthony LaFleur as well. Big up, man. Shout out AC Chelsea. UCL Knights, especially against PSG, quality players with experience matters. Why would you delve away from a strategy and a team that bitched PSG, 241 days ago? I think that's the correct one. I think it's 241 days ago. Sanchez was one of our best players. I remember the watch along. Everybody in the stream was screaming, Sanchez! Another great pass, Sanchez! Yo, Sanchez, this passing's brilliant! Sanchez, what have you done today? Well, what did you do before the game? Make sure you keep doing it. And then in the second half, what a save, Sanchez. What a save, Sanchez. Sanchez is keeping the game 3-0. He's been brilliant. Dropped. For this bitch-made fucking goalkeeper that ain't even got the bollocks to go and apologize or clap the fans after his bullshit performance. Hell, you don't even need to apologize. Go clap the fans that travelled, that supported. You just threw the game away for. Fucking moron. Yeah, I saw those Delap briefings as well. Yeah, it's just injuries and everything. Yeah, that's why the ball can't stick to him. He plays at 100 miles an hour and he can't even run at 100 miles an hour and he just looks to fight everybody. All right, man. Great. And that was the thing. Towards the back end of last season, Maresca was getting more pragmatic. And this season, we were hoofing the ball up. Because, yeah, look, these men ain't comfortable building up, and now I ain't got Levi Colwill. Just push the ball forward and try win your second balls. That's the best thing we can do. And then when we get the lead, hold on to the ball for fun. Oh, no, but the football's boring, guys. Oh, we're just playing sideways and backwards. I would take that over this shit. Fucking joke. And yeah, not even... Yeah, he had the dress for us. He started Jorgensen in that one too. All because he wanted to do it his way. You've joined us mid-season. You fucking joined us mid-season. You're a prick, man. You're an absolute fucking prick. Yeah, and we did take the piss in Paris. We did. Just not in the way that we would have wanted. Lovely. Fucking lovely. Hey, at least we're playing more entertaining football, guys. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Man won 2 trophies just for people to bitch and moan that the football's a bit boring. Oh, big whoop, man. Big fucking whoop. See what happens when you put more pressure on these centre-backs. Here's your meal, guys. Eat it. Enjoy your dinner, guys. Enjoy your dinner. You're a fucking joke. Man said no energy on Palmer. Palmer was invisible. Invisible. Locked up by Vitinha and João Neves. Locked up. All I remember was him holding the ball up a few times. He had that chance in the first half that just went straight at the goalkeeper. And then PSG bombed forward and they scored their second goal just on that one, yeah. And yeah, I said that one early too. Pacho had him locked up in the air. It didn't help that João Pedro was still isolated, but all Pacho has to do is just his job, and he did his job. He did his job. Probably a good thing we had Beraldo in the last game. He's garbage. Lewis, put a photo of Sanchez with the best keeper award. There it is. There it is. There it is. And now we have Philip Jorgensen instead. I don't have a picture of Jorgensen. I'm glad. I don't want a picture of Jorgensen right now. Fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. And so we need to have serious conversation about Palmer. Brother, I feel like we've been talking about Palmer. A lot of it comes down to like injuries and everything, and it's just a lot of other things come down to him not impacting games in the way that we want. But I don't think people have hid away from talking about Palmer when he's not had great games. I don't think we've done that. There's what Daniel, but I don't even want to look at him still. Big up to Big Six Bants for the raid. Big up, my G. Appreciate the redirect, guys. Every single one of you that's in here, hit the like button. Hit the like button, guys, please. Because this has just been a jarring 24 hours. Yeah, I did see that. I did see that, but I'll be real. Stay over there, mate. Stay over there. When Rosenior was winning a few games, it was so easy to flip-flop on Enzo Maresca. Shout out Don, but I saw him doing the exact same thing too. Here is your meal, guys. Enjoy. Enjoy your dinner. That's all I can say. All I can say is enjoy your dinner, man. Man wanted to get annoyed at Maresca because he left because he couldn't stand Clear Lake. Meanwhile, we're all going to sit here and be Clear Lake out. How does that make sense? How does that make any sense? All because he dared to demand better from recruitment. All because he dared to say, stop micromanaging me when you don't even manage yourselves well enough. I have recruitment telling me how to be a tactician. How about I tell you how to fucking recruit? How about that? Oh, but then we want to go and drink Clear Lake PR after he leaves. You, man, are so stupid sometimes. How do you just fall for the Kool-Aid like that? How? How do you do that? We're all Clear Lake out. But then you want to go back Clear Lake. Fucking hell, man. Yo, I need to go pub. I need to go to the pub after this. I actually needed to drink my sorrows away yesterday. I didn't do that because I was so angry. Me, Fatra, and my guy Drem, big up. We went back to our hotel. Nobody said a word for about 3 hours. Everyone was just on their phone, just steaming. That's what this game's been like. And I don't know what it is, a nightmare to find alcohol in Paris, you know. There's barely any news agents or nothing. Can't even find that. I was lucky to even like stock up. If you know, you know. Yeah, shout out Drem, shout out Fatter every single time, man. Them man were the man of the matches of that whole fucking holiday. Fucking joke. Fucking joke. What was the next super chat? Big up MNG Blues saying, sack him if no Champions League. Find a manager from the World Cup. Is it even worth me saying it again, MNG? Is it worth me even saying it again? Who are we getting? It will be Gary O'Neill, mate. Oh. Hey, but Jabbo, we said this is what's going to happen when if Maresca goes, because you're going to get Rosenior, man. Yo, bro, go watch a Carabao Cup final stream if you think this is bad. I swear down. Swear down. Big up to Brett. Oh, yo, Judo, thank you, brother. First off, thank you for the generous donation. We appreciate you. God bless you for that one, man. You're a real one, my G. I do need a lot of alcohol. That's going to help me out a lot with that. Spam W Judo Gnome, guys. Big up, bro. I said a drink on my half. That's a horrible performance. Bro, I'm going to get a bottle with that. I'm going to get a whole ass bottle with that one, bro. Get me a nice bit of JD and I'm off. I'm going drinking. Obviously not now. We're still going to send the link out to the panel in a couple of minutes. I'm so angry. I'm so fucking fuming with this shit. But thank you, Judo Gnome. It was a disgusting, sickening, putrid performance. And I don't believe we're coming back in the second leg. I don't. Maldini, if you get this one right, fucking fair play. Fair fucking play. I know your track record, but I don't believe it. I don't believe it one bit. But big up Judo Gnome, man. God bless you, man. Big up Brendan as well. Big up to everyone that's donated. Big up to every single one of you that's been watching as well. Even if you're a rival fan and you're just here to watch the crash out, I get it. I'd do the same thing if it was in reverse. Love. Big up to you guys for being in here. Big up to Brendan saying, if we're going off this goofy model, why not recruit a crazy attacking squad like PSG to make up for the shit backline? The centre-back market is shit. I don't know, man. No, but we did. We did. We got Garnacho. Like, he scored against Wrexham, guys. He had a good half against Aston Villa. It's brilliant. It's fucking brilliant. We got Liam Delap, mate. Come on, man. Everybody in the chat. We need you guys to all say together in the chat, we the people. Put your hand next to your heart and say, we the people. Because we got Liam Delap. There's our crazy attacking recruitment. Gittins, what's even the point? He barely fucking plays. He barely plays. Big up Daniel as well for the 10 memberships. Love the Avi as well, man. Yeah, if you got a membership from him, give thanks to Daniel. It's a season of giving. Up the Chelsea and all of that shit. Big up to Lily White. Huh? Yeah, big up to Lily White. Sacking a Club World Cup winning manager for a League One manager who's not even going to make the top 5 is quite ridiculous. Maresca, you're welcome at Spurs. Even you get it. You get it. I don't think Maresca's will join you. I'll be so real. He looks like the favourite for the Man City job. And that looks very deep for us personally. Because, yeah, I think he's going to do a lot of damage over there personally. I think he's going to do a lot of damage over there. But, yeah, big up. Big up. Obviously, wish he supports the better team, but it is what it is. Love. Appreciate the donation. God bless. Big up to Bola, saying Sanchez got robbed to get the Golden Glove, dropped to the bench after Arsenal and Wrexham. It's made me a lot of fucking pissed. Sanchez would never concede 5. He didn't even concede 5 at Arsenal. Yeah, that was fucking Petrovic. That weren't even him. Oh, fucking even my chair's bottling it. Get to fuck, mate. Get to fuck. What was I saying? Has Sanchez conceded 3 in a game? He probably has. He probably has. I don't think I remember the game, but he probably has. But either way, a potential player of the season candidate just got dropped randomly. He just got randomly dropped for no reason except, oh, I want Jorginho at the back. Ah, great. We got a whole Ballon d'Or winner in front of us, bruv. We're facing a Ballon d'Or winner up top, and they're prioritizing a ball-playing goalkeeper over a shot stopper. You're a fucking idiot. You're actually so stupid. Oh, this is gonna piss me off to no end, man. I need to get this anger out of me before tomorrow, because back again, they're gonna run rings around me with the way I'm at right now. Zabola. Yeah, no, that was the last one. Yeah. Big up, man. Big up. Head's gone. Head is fucking gone. Hey, on to Newcastle, though, guys. On to fucking Newcastle. Who's going to get a red card in that one? And then PSG away. There's the slow and painful death. You had to kill the entire game off in the first leg. Fucking joke. Absolute fucking joke. Let me get this link sent out. I want to bill it. I need to fucking bill it, bro. Yo, like, subscribe. Big up to all you guys that are in here. What the fuck's wrong with this fucking microphone? Move. I'm on mute. I thought Gusto was good. Enzo. I didn't think Caicedo was bad. Didn't misplace a lot of his passes. Won possession back pretty well. Yeah. Neto. For what Neto is, I call that a good performance for him. And yeah. That's about it, really. That was about it. That's all that we've really got. So, yeah, but big up, though, man. Big up. And, yeah, not a lot of us did well, but look, I don't think PSG were great in that second half either. They barely laid a glove on us. The problem is, concede a stupid goal, everybody loses, well, the goalkeeper loses his head, and it peters in to the rest of the squad. I said he beat up the ball boy. I'd be real. I don't give a damn about him. You know them ones. Sorry, fuck them kids. Pause. I've seen there's an investigation on Neto. What is it? The worst they'll do is they'll suspend him for a game. But I think there was a Bayern player that had a similar incident last season, and he didn't get a suspension for it. Bun that kid, man. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn about none of that. I'll be so real. I'll be so real, man. Yeah, you run red card roulette, man. Run red card roulette. You don't know what it is. But let me get this link sent out. Big up, everybody. Like, subscribe. And yeah, up the Chelsea. Up the Chelsea. Up the self-sabotaging Blues. Fucking joke. Man said he took the Hazard comparison literally. Fucking hell, man. Load up, man. I ain't got time for this shit. Fucking load of bullshit, bruv. Motherfuckers. Bear with me, people. Everyone's just coming in now. There's a few people backstage already. Instagram. Wanna work? You wanna work? Lovely. I fucking work, you piece of shit. I'm not in the mood for this laptop to fuck me over today. Get to fuck. Fucking joke. Big up Fatta, big up Scott, big up Nathan.
I can't lie, the best part was that. I'm glad.
St. Paris, that's about it.
I enjoy the trip. I enjoy the trip, but not the football, innit? I enjoy the trip, bro. I enjoy the trip, honestly.
How was that shit show like from home for you guys?
Oh my days, absolutely.
This manager's a prick, bro.
I agree. Fucking retard, man.
I'm trying so hard not to turn too soon, but I hear this guy's name, I want to kick something.
Oh no, bro. I'll be real. The turning for me, like, I don't like this guy as a manager. I don't like him. That's not me saying in or out. I don't care. He ain't gonna be here in 18 months. I don't like him as a manager. There's certain things he does. Following the Wrexham game, by the way, because we obviously didn't get to talk about that game because I think you were there and you obviously didn't do a review after. But there's certain things from that game that piss me off. And then he basically from Villa actually with the whole Jorgensen thing, but Jorgensen it didn't cost us against Villa. Then from Wrexham onwards, the last 2 games, he's done some shit, some bullshit. Let's call it what it is. It's bullshit. with some of these players that pisses me off, because it pissed me off when Maresca did it, and it pisses me off when managers do it in general. And yeah, bro, you've decided for no fucking reason, for literally no reason, to change your goalkeeper just randomly, because the guy you had in goal can't use your system. So we're back to having a stubborn manager who doesn't want to change the way he plays and the way he builds up as a team to accommodate for, let's be honest, one of the best goalkeepers in the league this season. We might not like him.
Yeah.
We might think, like, I don't particularly rate him as a footballer in totality. On form, he's been top 3 goalkeepers this season in the league. You decide to change everything because he can't play with the ball at his feet and dictate play and have 80 touches in a game. Shock and awe, like we didn't fucking know that. For this guy, who then proceeds to have 64 touches in a game, for whatever that means, and he's the reason why we lose, because he's responsible for at least 2, if not, in my opinion, 3 of the goals we concede.
And it's not just to add to that as well. Our centre-backs can't even do it. Which is why the ball just goes back to the goalkeeper half the time.
My thing, why do we always get these coaches who failed in science class in college try to do math scientist stuff when it's time to play? I just don't get it. Always making experiments when you don't need to make experiments.
One of the biggest games of the season, too.
He's done this the entire time he's been here, though. We've played well for like 2 games since he's been here, and I kept calling it out and no one wanted to listen.
More or less.
And like, even yesterday, we actually played well, but there's certain things you can't do as a coach when you have the limited players we have. We know our defense and goalkeepers kind of suck. So maybe don't have a system that's designed to have them exposed for the entire fucking game. Because that's all that's happened since he's come in. Defensively, we look so open every game. And whether it's Brentford and we just don't get punished, whether it's other games and it's Sanchez bailing us out or this player bailing us out, well, guess what? When you're facing Kvaratskhelia and Dembele and Barcola and these kind of guys and Vitinha, guess what? You can't get bailed out by a mid goalkeeper and a bunch of mid centre-backs when there's no structure around them, as shit as they are. And this is not me excusing them, because they are mid as fuck, and that's being generous. You need to support them. CFC Steve is facts. Bro, this is like Pochball. When everyone wanted to cook Caicedo, when my man was on a fucking island for every game, it's the same shit. Why are our centre-backs constantly exposed every game? That's the manager. That starts and ends with the manager.
Down without overcommitting players. And then he comes out and then he says, big up, because you're the first one that called him out for like saying one thing and doing the other thing.
Yeah,
we have to remember it's the two-legged tie, guys. That's why I'm overcommitting everybody at 4-2 down in added time. You fucking pussy.
Yeah, he's a prick, and that's, bro. I've clocked him from early, bro. The stuff he says, he's like Poch. He wants to say one thing and then his actions don't back up his words, or vice versa. It don't make sense. It don't make sense at all.
I don't get it at all. I just spent 4 hours yesterday just pacing around my living room like, what the fuck did I just watch? Excuse my language. I was talking to myself for 4 hours.
No, to be honest.
By the way, we wanted to criticize Maresca for not playing players based on form and based on merit. I'm not his biggest fan. People know this. But on form, Garnacho's our best winger. Why the fuck did he get 3 minutes?
That was my thing. Even him being on the bench, I'm like, whatever, Neto starts, don't care. Club World Cup type beat, whatever. He didn't even come on. I saw Palmer on the right wing come off, and then we brought on Lavia, moved Enzo to the right, immediately conceded off that side minutes after.
Yeah, we did.
Bro, those 2 subs killed any attempt we had of winning that game, or not even winning, or getting anything from that game, by the way. Those 2 subs killed us.
Off a right back, and then put Garnacho on.
Imagine if João Pedro was in the position Delap was in when he shot wide. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, the Delap came on because, like, João Pedro was already struggling holding the ball up. Delap's going to do so much.
But the thing is, he was still, like, useful. Even though João Pedro had a tough night, he was still all right.
You know what? It's not. I will also say this, though. Yeah. I felt like yesterday, it reminds me of how we overcommit that yesterday, that the way that we attack sometimes. Like, after the 3-2 or 4-2 down, we somehow still were trying to still attack them in some ways, and eventually we got exposed at the back by Scalia and then whoever they have in the front three. Even they took Dembele off. I think it was the 60th minute or so.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't
still coming off an injury.
Mm-hmm. They didn't look too scared. They just wait for us to make an error. And Jorgensen as well, like he's trying to be brave by playing out from the back. And when you're up against the most pressing team in Europe, you have to go long.
From minute one,
you have to go long regardless.
The only way you can go short is if you have confident and competent ball players in goal and at centre back. We don't have any of them.
No.
Which is what makes it even more baffling to try this experiment away at PSG against a pressing side. What does that make sense? Do that against Burnley. Do that against Wolves.
Lewis, I'll push back on that. This isn't him experimenting. This is his system. That's why Sanchez got dropped. He tried this against Arsenal in the first leg. It failed. Sanchez was the sole reason we lost that game. This, by the way, I've touched on this before. This whole dropping Sanchez thing. If you wanted to drop Sanchez, the game to do it was whatever we played directly after the first leg against Arsenal, because he was directly responsible for us losing that game. Even the game he was shit in, the Arsenal league game, I don't think he was the reason we lost. As bad as he was.
That game would have been Brentford.
Cool.
Brentford, no.
Why the fuck did you drop him after a game where, yes, he was bad, it wasn't his fault we lost? That's dumb. You killed his confidence for no reason, which is another issue we'll get into, by the way, or I want to get into. Yeah. So you could have done it after Arsenal. You didn't. Cool. Because you wanted to play this ball-playing dictator, whatever it is, goalkeeper, this, that, and the other, right? It failed against Arsenal. You then didn't do it in the second leg. Congratulations, you learned. You then did it again against Arsenal in the league. It didn't work. And decided to drop Sanchez, who, again, as I said, has been one of the better keepers, just because you have to have your way and your system for one of the worst keepers we've seen at this football club.
He's got to be worse than Sanchez at this point now.
Brother,
well,
name a keeper he's better. He's worse. Sorry, that's better. That he's better than that we've had employed at our football club.
Not even Kudicini at this point.
No, Kudicini was better than most of the keepers.
No, he's up there with the
best.
I'm taking Hilario over him.
Yep.
I'm taking Ross Turnbull over him.
I'm sorry to say this. I'll take that dinosaur guy over him.
What, Mark Schwarzer? Yeah, I take Mark Schwarzer at 42, whatever he was when he played for us.
Now. I forgot his name.
Bosnich.
Oh, Kepa. Yeah, I'll take Kepa over him.
I'll take Kepa over him. I'm sorry, I'll take Kepa over him.
At least Kepa can save.
Yeah, but what he's done as well, and this is where he's dug himself a grave, and he's fucked it for us, is you've now either, going forward, got to admit defeat and put Sanchez back in after killing his confidence. Well done for that, by the way, because even against Wrexham, he didn't look amazing because his confidence is now in the bin.
Yep.
Because you've decided to drop him for no reason. So you've ruined Sanchez's confidence. Fantastic. So you've got to put a not confident Sanchez back in. We've seen this story before. I've read this story many times. Or you've got to just like hold it, firm it, and keep Jorgensen in there.
I don't even know if Sanchez, like, this is just a theory, but I don't even know if he's going to come back into the team and not be as confident, because I'm thinking like the squad's going to have his back over this.
Oh no,
they're going to look at the way
you're in that sense. I'm more talking about 100% in that sense, but I'm talking about the fact of the way he plays on the pitch, because there's definitely a level of his confidence that's been knocked by this from Sanchez's point of view. Because I think there would be for any player, right? Unless you're like, your top world class Ronaldo level players. You
just brush it
where like they just have that level.
He was so shook he couldn't walk up to the fans. It's done,
bro.
That was just him being a fucking bitch.
Yeah, that's just him hiding.
He was so shook he couldn't walk up to the fans to face them, and that's our number one goalie. Be fucked.
And I think you have to mention the fact that yesterday as well, like when we went 3-2 down, like he started to be more proactive in some ways, and then he tried to, like we were desperate to get that equalizer, and that's why the sucker punch came in, that the Kvaratskhelia goals as well. That's one of them. You got exploited spaces in the left and that fullbacks.
Even the players are coming out saying they don't get it. Last 2 goals were mistakes. We should sit back and wait for them.
Yep. I don't know.
That would have been when Gusto came off.
I don't know if you guys, Fatter and Lewis, can confirm this with being in the stadium, but on the watch along last night, there was a point where I think Ahmed, or when we were watching it in Discord, I should say, there was a point where Ahmed said it looked as though I think Hato, Tosin, and Badiashile were getting ready to come on. Was that true? Like when it was 2-2?
Well, I couldn't really tell from we had the net blocking our view in it
because apparently they were getting ready to come on when it was 2-2, so he was fully there to like see the game out in terms of actually.
Right.
Which like
about them getting ready, then
which like I hate that. It's me personally. I don't like that, but at the same time, I understand it when you're 2-2 away from home in Paris. The reason he changed it after going 3-2 down. I think Danish said this yesterday. What's the problem with doing that 3-2 down anyway? What is the problem with bringing the defenders on, just shutting up shop when you're 3-2 down? You're still in the tie. The tie's now done. Because you've got to score to not go to pens, which I personally think we lose anyway, especially if Jorgensen's in goal. You have to score. You have to win by 4 goals, and we're not keeping a clean sheet. So that means you have to score at least 5 goals, in my opinion.
Minimum.
I'm meant to believe. They've got to take a right back off and put Garnacho on. And then came out and said, "Everyone remember it's a 2-legged tie, guys. You forgot. You're the one that forgot."
But yeah,
even at 2, you could have done that.
Now you fucked it by trying stuff because, like I said, the subs fucked it. Why? I'm trying to understand. The one way we were getting joy the whole game was high press and counter attack. So you decide to take off your right winger, whether he was good or bad or whatever. You took our right winger off, so we had nothing down the right hand side, which meant that Nuno Mendes, who had spent the whole game having to worry about getting back defending at times, had no one defending him. So now Gusto and then James were 2v1 from that point onwards. And then you decided to crowd the midfield, which was the area of the pitch we were actually winning the game in terms of the battles. That was our best area of the pitch. You decide to clog it up and congest it for literally no reason. Because, like, forget the Delap sub. Delap is what he is. That right wing sub is one of the stupidest subs we've seen from Rosenior this season.
Yeah, you're right. Chelsea became narrow after that since Palmer came off.
Like,
there was no place.
Because Enzo ain't a winger. He's going to go into the midfield. We wanted to play him. We wanted to push him out wide.
Well, Augusta left isolated as a result. Then that's why you brought on. That's why they brought on Kvaratskhelia on.
Yeah, because he thought Dembele came off and Barcola came off. He thought, you know what? I'll take my forwards off. The Jabbo pointed that one out earlier.
Yeah.
I tell you, you need to know about our coach.
He kind of does. Players know exactly what that situation he don't.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be real. This to me is the nail in the coffin for him in big games, bro. Like every 100%. Single moment where we've gone into a big game where he's had to make a decision and he's had to affect the game, like he's bottled it. Every game we've played against Arsenal, the first half against Napoli, and I'm gonna be real, the second half he didn't really do much apart from sub João Pedro and then João Pedro went Super Saiyan, and then this game against PSG, every big game he's bottled. Every big game we've played so far, he has bottled it completely. So how do I have any confidence going forward in big games? Like I expect us to, you beat your Brentfords, whoever. We play Man City in a couple of weeks. Or a month, whatever it is.
Forget that you're Newcastle. They were the better team against Barcelona.
Yep.
Yeah, we play Liverpool. Like, bro, hold on a second. I'm meant to believe after watching the way we've played in big games that we're meant to turn up against these big teams and somehow win when our manager's doing bullshit every fucking game we play one of these teams.
Don't forget, likely a big team in the semi-final of the FA Cup. So I'll throw that one in there as well.
I'm trying to think, what was the biggest scoreline we've been beat this season thus far? Because obviously it's by a 3-goal margin, obviously 5-2, but I'm trying to...
This.
So this, all right. So yet again, this is going to have a serious effect on obviously our better players. I mean, we just got fucking smashed, like they haven't experienced thus far under this manager. I just fear that obviously some of the... I mean, we saw
I don't even think it will impact the big players like this because they're all just looking at the manager and thinking, what the fuck were you doing? He's probably just lost a lot of faith from them, if anything.
That's what I'm getting at.
That is that's the first time this season we've conceded more than 3 goals in a game, and we've only ever conceded this season. We've only conceded 3 goals in a game twice before today.
Hey, this is our worst UCL defeat since 2000.
If you include the
you already saw obviously Enzo cracking and Morgenstern, which was understandable. I'd do the same thing as well. Man's doing the same shit over and over again, but I just fear that obviously now there are going to be some levels of question. Even Gusto's quote right here, like I get what he's saying, but yet again, bit of dissent. Obviously, not really what we want to see, but yet again, I don't blame the players for thinking the same thing. We're on the pitch, and what you did fucked us over. Like your subs, your game management fucked us over in a two-legged tie. So I just fear. I just hope it don't really escalate to the point where against Newcastle, we'll see the reaction. We'll see some of the players what they're about, and Liam himself.
I think it's pure after that.
Reece James as well saying this is how the manager wants to play, and everyone in the team understands that.
When before we went 3-2 down,
before
we went 3-2 down, I don't know what minute it was when he brought on Kvaratskhelia on.
Yeah.
And then when I think it was minutes after he took Palmer off, and then by the time then
it was 63 minutes, and Palmer came off at 84 minutes. It was after the third goal.
After
the third goal, you took the two best goal scorers. This might be one of the worst managed games I've seen from a manager in.
By the way, I tried to look. That's the first time. That's Danish made a comment and made me check. That's the first time we've conceded more than 3 goals in a game in nearly 2 years.
Since Arsenal 5-0.
Yeah, since Arsenal 5-0. Last time we conceded more than 3 goals in a game.
Didn't even play that one.
And yeah,
I think we're also missing out something. I think the players are done.
The frustrating thing is that even PSG fans, they were not all yesterday. There wasn't.
But you guys kept them quiet for a minute. They were quiet for a minute.
They were quiet for a minute.
It was even up until that point before the third goal. It was even.
I wouldn't put it up there with like Milan and Dortmund or anything like that. They're not at that level.
No. I mean, when you spoke to PSG fans, like they're shitting themselves when they went 2-2. Is it like Monaco again on Friday again? So like they're not in a good form in the league regardless. But again, we just self-destruct button all the time when it comes to big games.
We just gotta look at the reasons why, man.
I honestly think the players are done with him, to be honest with you. Look at the quote from Reece. That says a lot. This is the way the manager wants to. I think the players are done with him. The quote from Reece says a lot. That quote says a lot. This is
I don't know if they're done with him.
Play.
I think they're questioning him a lot. Oh shit, yeah, Alexis, my bad.
I think there would be some level of questioning. There have to be.
I just think it's a case. I think there's just confusion because, like, I think it's more of a case of they're not sure what he's doing. Like, I don't think it's necessarily a case of like they're done with him or whatnot. Like, I think it's a case of they're just like. I think it's just a case of they're not sure what he's doing sometimes, more than anything.
Doesn't understand it.
Lose in that manner, especially.
I feel like some of the players doesn't understand what his approach is, and when it comes to big games and that. That's why, like his system, it's most of the time, like his system is more towards reactive in some ways. Like I could go back in the Arsenal game in the second leg when we lost 1-0 down.
XG. I need to find that.
I don't want to hear his quotes, bro.
I don't want to hear about the XG, to be honest.
Stop listening.
No, because I want to know how he tries to like justify that shit. Because the XG is just a bigger indictment on you. They had 1 XG and scored 5.
His comments about Jorgensen pissed me off as well.
Yeah, it's like Sanchez has these great qualities. He's a great shot stopper. He's a great cross-cut. Jorgensen's got good qualities as well. Yeah.
By the way, his passing, by the way, is so overrated. It's unreal. Like it's
all because he does a little feint before the pass, bro. Yeah, love.
No, bro. No, the reason why his passing looks better is he is way more like whatever the opposite of risk averse is with his passing. Like some of his passes are not good. Like the amount of times, like we saw it for obviously the goal, but the amount of times he was giving players hospital passes because he's hitting a risky pass into a guy who's getting pressed. Like he did it with Kukurea, he did it with Palmer. He does it all the time. Like his short passing
chances to score before that mistake.
Bro, his long passing reeks as well. By the way, his long passing is as bad as Sanchez's.
Yeah, his long passing sucks.
My problem is that it just doesn't help when the rest of the team, well, the centre backs specifically, are not great at it. You're just asking for trouble. You're just going to invite more and more pressure, and you're going to bring PSG higher up the pitch because they know that you ain't comfortable in the centre moving the ball forward. I watched all the build-up play back from the game. Majority was it moving to the fullbacks or moving to the midfield or winning the ball up in the midfield and then attacking. It was never going straight from the goalkeeper and forward because the majority of the time it was going back to the goalkeeper or we had to go out wide to do it.
It's not even that. Like you're up against the best pressing team in Europe. Why would you risk playing your back though? It doesn't make any sense.
Not even that. The pass wasn't even on. But
this is
closed it off. Chalobah was open on the left, and he still goes for it.
But this is where he's naive.
Like at the moment, like we all know that centre backs are rubbish anyway. Like
exactly.
This is where he's naive. Like, this has happened multiple times. His Strasbourg team were 3-1 up against PSG, and they drew 3-3 because they bottled it because they couldn't defend their lead. Because his defensive structure, which by the way, he was a right back. As a player, he can't set up a defensive structure to save his life, like at all.
Yeah, but Scott, you know why though? Because in theory, what he wants to do is so offensively orientated that it's imbalanced. It's literally potch ball.
Yep.
It's the attackers will express themselves. We're going to score a bunch of goals. The problem is, yesterday our attackers played well. Like if you actually think about it, we scored 2 goals. We created a bunch of chances. On another day, that's enough to win a game, right? If you have a competent defense, or at least go away with a 2-2. But the way that we defend, we need to score 4. We need to score 3 to have a chance of walking away with a win. And I said this the other day after the Villa game. If Watkins' offside isn't offside, because it was marginally offside, we're 2-2 in that game, or 2-1 down. And then Watkins also has the chance to make it 2-2. That Chalobah last-ditch challenge recovers it, right? When Watkins didn't shoot and tried to go around the keeper. We live on the edge too much. It's not sustainable. He will be sacked. I promise you. He will be sacked soon.
I already know that.
For me, make top 5 and get rid of him. If they've got any logic about it, they make top 5 this year. There's Champions League football, and we get rid of him and we restart. He was an interim.
I'll be honest with that top 5 thing. If the all English teams get knocked out in the round of 16, we ain't get extra
players. I think we still might be fine. It
no, we still will. Because the Italian clubs aren't doing well. Like all the big nations, they're normally...
Depends on who's below us and like how many points they have and stuff like that. Like
our buffer's massive at the moment. Like it literally just will take Arsenal to get to the quarterfinals and we're fine. So as long as Arsenal turn it, like it's actually mad that we need someone from England to turn it around.
What?
Good figure.
So my thing is, getting rid of him, what are we gonna get?
Huh?
If we get rid of him, what are we gonna get? The new dude at Strasbourg now? That's a scary part.
No, I can't fucking wait, mate. I can't fucking wait.
That's a scary part.
But you know what the annoying thing is as well?
Mate, that's the fucking rage for you. Get to fuck, man. You lot get to... The prices stink, by the way. It's like 170 for the cheapest. Fuck these, man. Fuck off.
Wait, is that legit? I don't even get an email.
Legit. That's CFC Daily, man.
I didn't even get an email. What's it?
I don't want the email. I don't want the email.
Okay. What is it for the game next week?
No, it's priority access to Monday Night Raw, where the prices are even more of a rip-off than at Chelsea. I love. And I'm saying that as a WWE nerd, I wouldn't pay that money to go watch that.
Not a chance.
Get to fuck.
I'm surprised they haven't announced a new 16-year-old signing.
That's coming.
Over Cole,
Trust,
I think
coming.
all that is over now.
I was hoping to wake up.
Keeper halfway through the fucking season. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. He made Sanchez play. He made Sanchez play the ball. I think he touched the ball like 80-something times in that Arsenal
60-something, I think it was, yeah.
And we know, 60-something for this last game. Talking about the Arsenal game.
Oh.
Sanchez was playing, and he was dog shit.
Yeah.
Because you're making him touch the ball that many times. And I'm like, yo, this style of play is not going to work for us.
Nope.
For some reason, people are okay with this just because he has a philosophy means he's a good manager. No, he's shit. This guy's he's not a good manager.
A lot of people are okay with this to justify that dislike for Maresca.
He has a way of playing. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
He has a shit way of playing.
Trying to look attractive, but attractive.
Everybody has a way of playing.
I push back on that as well. I don't think it looks attractive. It's more exciting because we're more open. It's like what Alexis said earlier. It's kind of like Pochball.
Like Pochball.
Like, because if you look at
Scott, exactly. It is exactly Pochball. The last time that we left our center backs fucking exposed, because I was mentioning certain things that happened for that second goal, right? The second goal is a big one. First of all, Caicedo jumps in. Then Chalobah, like a bozo, jumps in, right? And from that point on, it was over. Because 1v1 against any of our center backs is usually cash money. So he just did a little turn, little jink me jink. Fofana was finished. He scored the goal. But the problem came from the organization there. Reece James, who was the other center mid, is passing the ball off the right wing. I don't know what Enzo was. But Caicedo is in their box trying to jump and get the ball, and he's pressing that high. Where is the organization?
Non-existent.
Since this manager has come in, even when you just think, oh, he's figured it out. Okay, he's figured it out in what he's doing with these three guys. And when this guy goes forward, Santos drops into the center back role. When he goes forward, Caicedo goes to the center back role. He throws all that away to play Reece James. Reece James did nothing in the midfield because it just didn't make sense. So nothing. What was it? What did he do?
And I'll be honest, it hurt as well in a sense of like, despite the goal, which was very good, Gusto defensively was arse. He was getting turned constantly, him and Fofana by Barcola and then Kvaratskhelia when he came on.
Yeah, so but you see, I'm going to defend these players now, right? I think the level of opposition you go up against, like Due, Dembele, Barcola, Guara, they're all specialists at carrying the ball. And if you leave them one-on-one with any defender, they're gonna get past you like 50% of the time. That's why they're creme de la creme, right? They're gonna get past you. So, in my opinion, our defenders are doing the best they can in the system, in the constraints that they're put in. That's on the manager. You can't leave. You can't give me a job that I'm meant to do a job in, but I'm not qualified to do it. Like, I actually think give us Gabriel, Saliba, Timber, and Nketiah, right? In this exact system, they will struggle. Because they're always isolated, one-on-one. Like, no one's covering anyone because there's such big gaps, man. It's so annoying. Like, we went away from Pochball. We had a good manager.
You're saying that they kept rotating, doing Kvaratskhelia and Barcola across that left-hand side, and then let's say Barcola starts stretching Gusto out wide, and then Due will drift inside to drag him out of the position then.
But we play man-to-man.
Because I know what Alex said, the amount of times, for Fofana especially, like, neither of our centre-backs were good. Like, none of the defence really was that good. The amount of times for Fofana especially, because it was down that our right-hand side they left a lot, the amount of times Fofana got isolated 1v1 against either a winger or Dembele, bro, it was nasty. He was getting turned every fucking time.
And Scott, did you notice, yeah? Fofana's following their fluid forwards into the midfield, and it leaves gaps,
that, by the
right?
way. That's only been happening this much since Rosenior's come in. He needs to stop that. I hate it so much.
It's like, bro, we have no one left. So what ends up happening is there's a huge gap, and they're just third man runners into that area, and it just causes chaos. I can't believe I can see it, right? And coaches that are getting paid millions that clearly know more about football than me can't see it. Otherwise, I would be in their job. You know, like, it blows my mind how infuriating it is.
We allowed this to happen mid-season. Because all we sound like a broken record when we say this, but it all just comes back to a mismanagement of the last couple windows, and it's led to all of this.
Yep.
By the way, I've got a question for you guys, because this has been pondering on my mind. This weekend, who comes in, Jurgensen or Sanchez?
Jurgensen.
It'll be Sanchez, because like Newcastle, I think, are a bit more of a threat in the air, innit?
I think it'll probably be Sanchez. I think you come back to this question earlier. You're going to bring him in after killing his confidence.
No, he's going to make an error too, for sure.
You got to remember, we don't believe in number one goalies over here.
Would you believe that?
At least one. Something that he's comfortable at, right? Which is coming and grabbing the ball in the corners and all that. That's not,
You guys still Sanchez starts this weekend, right?
Yes.
Honestly, I think so, but I don't even know, bro. Like I said, he might decide to just, keep playing Jorgensen, stick at it, whatever.
He's got to build his confidence up.
Well, you heard his comments at the end of the game, right? He said his words were, everyone makes those mistakes as part of playing football. We believe in Philippe, and against Aston Villa, he's a big reason why we won.
Bro, why do we make more than others? Like, I hate that comment because, bro, you're just talking for talk. This comes back to what I said earlier, and Tolu's touched on it earlier. You're just talking to talk. Like everyone makes those kind of mistakes. Why have we made more than every other fucking team, or looks like we've made more than every fucking team this season?
Yeah, How about you learn from other people's mistakes?
This has been the season of self-sabotage. Just straight up. I just didn't expect our manager to go into PSG away this fucking naive. Hey, silly me.
I'd call it arrogance.
Yeah, it is arrogance. It is arrogance.
I personally think it's arrogance. I think it's naivety.
No, I mean, he's played against them how many times at Strasbourg, right? Beat him once at Strasbourg. I think it is arrogance. I genuinely think
naivety and arrogance to think that shit would be a guarantee to work over a game plan that cooked PSG. And they said they weren't going to play different.
I don't know, man.
When the lineup came out, they pretty much had their strongest 11 bar Fabian Ruiz. Like,
I can see Jorgensen start on Saturday, but Sanchez starts on PSG game.
But that makes no sense to me. Like, you need to have a number one. What is this nonsense? Like rotating goalkeepers.
You forget one thing.
Bringing in Sanchez will be him admitting that he's fucked the tie up single-handedly by himself. I don't think he's going to do that. He'll say what he needs to say in the presser, but I don't believe his actions are going to match that.
Yeah, this whole number one thing as well might be the stupidest thing I've heard. When has it ever happened in world football? Again, you want to talk about things that never happened with this club when it relates to world football. When have you ever seen a club be successful in world football, constantly swapping their two goalkeepers and not having a number one? I'll tell you when. Never. Because it doesn't happen.
I don't know why these hierarchies keep doing some press about we got two world-class goalkeepers and that. I was like,
no, they said, I'll be real. That's not... I'm going to push back a little bit. I'm not going to defend the ownership group, but stuff like that, I've got the ownership group. That's the manager. The manager has chosen to play Jorgensen in these moments. He's that's not ownership group. That's not anything.
What?
Like that.
You think there's no micromanaging the group then? Scott,
no. I don't think anyone's telling him you need to play Jorgensen. I don't think there's anyone.
No, because you remember last season we had the reverse argument.
Like exactly,
they were saying Sanchez was being forced into the lineup for Ben Roberts.
I was going to say, and now Ben Roberts is back, by the way, which, ironically enough, notice how our goalkeepers have got worse since he's come back.
Yep, exactly. But that just means even last season that wasn't the case. And Maresca was just choosing to play Sanchez. Same way Rosenior's choosing his decision.
By the way, Maresca's stock with every passing week, those 9 clean sheets in 20 games look better and better.
My fucking gaffer, man.
In 20 Premier League games with this defense, and people were telling me, we're underachieving, these players are better and we're not scoring enough goals.
Football's boring, guys. There's too much sideways passing. I'm not entertained watching Chelsea. Enjoy your meal. That's all enjoy your dinner, guys. Enjoy your food.
3 clean sheets in 16 games under this manager.
Senior, we told you what it was going to be.
3 in 16 is disgusting. Is that in all comps?
All comps. 1 clean sheet in the Prem against Brentford. And those of you that watched the Brentford game, out of 8 games.
That shouldn't have been a clean sheet. That we kept a clean sheet because of Sanchez. Ironically enough, because they dominated us that game and just couldn't finish their chances at all.
Bro, we give up, right? And I'm having these arguments in my group chat. We give up 2-3 good opportunities per game.
Yep.
You can't be a good team and give up 2-3 good. Like, if you look at the start of the year, and I hate praising them, Arsenal weren't giving up 2-3 shots on target. We're giving up 2-3 clear opportunities. People are pointing at XG, right? PSG got into the final third and it was poor execution. In my opinion, it wasn't because we were so good defensively. They just weren't getting shots off and weren't executing. even though they scored 4 out of 4 of their like shots. It's nuts.
I think it's also that we've got zero in-game IQ. Like, for example, yesterday when we equalized by the Enzo's goal, at least slows the game down. Slow the game down, keep your shape, and then see how you're at in the 70th minute, and then make your subs on.
I think he did do that, though.
Tell that to your friends at the Blue Bloodline, because when we were doing that under Maresca, they were all complaining about how boring the football was, bro. So you're going to have a conversation with them, man.
But you know, yeah, I'll tell
you. And he got villainized for it.
But you know, yesterday...
That chat, man, you're wild for that.
See what Hussein's saying. If you know, you know.
Fucking hell.
But yeah, you know, yesterday, boys, when we went 2-2, I thought we were managing the game well for once. Like, if Jurgensen doesn't do that stupid thing, I'm convinced the game ends 2-2 or we nick it.
I mean,
because we were in full control. Like, they weren't threatening. They didn't have a shot on target.
But the same way, like, we weren't making our subs. We were screaming for changes.
The momentum was shit.
I don't necessarily think we were managing the game well, but I think we were going toe-to-toe with them. So, like, every mistake we were making, we were getting them to make a similar mistake.
Yeah,
because if you look at the 2 goals we scored, like, both of them are basically mistakes. Like, the first one's just Nuno Mendes not defending properly, being out of position. And then the second one is a terrible pass. I think it's from Barcola or someone, just makes a stupid crossfield pass that we then counter-attack on. But yeah, so I don't think it's a case where we were managing, but we were at least getting them to make as many mistakes as we were making. The moment that 3rd goal goes in and then you make the subs, that dies.
No, I'll be honest.
By the way, that Joao Pedro goal was so close. The offside was
Enzo Fernandez offside.
I'll be honest, at 2-2, I wasn't feeling threatened whatsoever. I was just watching the game, walking like, yeah. And that thought goal went in, and I was like, yeah, we're done for. Because
once the third goal went in,
that's when they
That's when they killed us off. That's when they got the momentum.
Lewis, you were at the game. Was the crowd like, after the 3rd goal, their crowd sounded nuts. Like, they were coming through my TV.
Brother,
like, it was
PSG, man.
They naturally got a good crowd. Well, for us, like, I'll be real, we were just sing when you're equalizing. I was gonna say sing when you're winning, sing when you're equalizing.
Yeah,
but yeah, like PSG, they had a great crowd. I kind of expected it. I wouldn't say they're Dortmund or AC Milan level. I'd say they're just a level below, but it's still a great atmosphere from them.
I was saying that Legia probably equaling up there with PSG in terms of the crowd.
You'd know more than me about that. I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fielder, you weren't going to hear us anyway. Sorry, man.
Now, I can Legia also have a better atmosphere than Chelsea.
Oh, bro, because they love their club, man. They're passionate.
Cheaper tickets, ultra section.
Yeah.
This is a start. No 2 stands written off for hospitality like the West Stand and the East Stand.
True.
Now, I'll be real. The bridge is just beyond saving. It's just beyond saving.
Yeah.
But I think, man. Don't you think that's just all football?
And that's it.
The problem
that's football now, man. It's like wrestling crowds. It's like wrestling.
Lots of crowds are just dropping off in general. But I think the situation that we're in is like a lot worse than the others. I think we've got way more hospitality because we have to make up the money that we don't have because of the size of the ground. So they make that up by adding more hospitality, which in general lowers the atmosphere.
Exactly. You got nowadays you got day trippers making a day out of it, though. Unfortunately,
that's what it is. I got no problem with day trippers if you can just like prioritize an ultra section as well. But like we don't really do that.
I mean, we're gonna try the singing section on Wednesday, but I doubt that's gonna work against the PSG side. Yeah.
Nope.
No, it might work. Everyone should be bladdered and make a night of it. But
I'll be real. That's gonna last. The singing section might be good. They're gonna be the only people making noise after 10 minutes, bro. The moment we can see the goal in that game, atmosphere's dead.
That was what I was gonna say. Like
the moment we can see it, because everyone's just gonna go, Ty's done. The atmosphere will die the moment we can see it, unless we score first.
If we score first, it's not gonna be good.
The singing section will go because that's the whole purpose, but the rest's all going to be dead.
But
a weird part of me still thinks we're going to score first, you know? A weird part of me still feels like we're going to get one.
I think we could actually get a victory in the second leg. We're just still going to go out.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think we could win like 2-1, for example, in the second leg. Like I genuinely think we actually could win, but we're not going to win the tie. Like we'll still go out over on aggregate, but we'll win the game at home.
Someone said it's the most 3-1 game you've ever seen. We go 3-0 up, they get 1. And then at the end of the night, we're saying, oh, you know what, we done well, but we go out because we lost it in the first leg. And I agree with that. Like, I can see them huffing and puffing. Yeah, it's Real Madrid all over.
Psychologically, yeah.
How do you think? I've got a question. I know this is looking forward. How do you think Rosenior approaches that PSG game? Do you think he goes same tactic as Arsenal?
No, you need to go same tactic as yesterday.
No, he has to go.
I agree with you. What do you think he does?
I think he rotates.
I think he's delusional. In my head, I think he's going to go machine for machine with him because he'll be like, for 74 minutes, if Jurgensen doesn't make that mistake, we win that game. I think that's how he says it.
That's fair.
Because he has to live
personally. I can genuinely see him rocking up and trying the same tactic we had against Arsenal and just trying to hold out till the second half and hit them on the counter.
How does that work? You need
it
3
depends,
goals.
No, Alexis, I agree with you, bro. I said the same fucking thing against Arsenal. What was the point of doing that? Arsenal didn't need to score.
There was no Palmer and there was no Esteban or nothing, and the attack was just a fat pack of mid. Now I wouldn't get it because Palmer would still start, João Pedro would still start, Esteban might even be back fit.
You need to pin the most important aspect. You need to pin Nuno Mendes back for that second leg, regardless of what happens.
No, you need to pin both of them because Hakimi was getting forward as well. It's just we were hitting them where we were getting joy was when either Mendes or Hakimi would get forward. We were hitting it in the channel, so it meant that either Pacho or Marquinhos had to step out to cover. That's what you need to do. And that's what I said earlier. It made no sense.
Pedro Neto looked very good yesterday.
Say again?
Yeah, he actually did, to be fair.
Neto looked, it was Wolves tactics yesterday. With the amount of space he had, he looked very good, Pedro Neto.
I thought he started the first 15 a bit slow, and then after that, the crossing was good. He made the most of space Hakimi left behind. I wasn't mad with his game.
I thought he was our best. Out of the 3, he was the best attacker.
Are we done speaking of the goalkeeper stuff?
It's probably a good point.
Yeah. What do you want to address, bro?
All right. Everyone knows my feelings on Sanchez, right? So for me, I said it against Villa. I don't think it makes sense dropping Sanchez now. If you're gonna say, even if it's for the poor form, it doesn't make sense dropping him a game before the biggest game of our season. If it's a thing of a fielder says I'm late, so is your mother. If it's a thing of you're dropping him because he can't play out of the back, you've been in charge of Chelsea since January. You've had about 2 months now to know, quote unquote, Sanchez is better with his feet, or Jorgensen's better with his feet, quote unquote, and he helps us in build up. If that's the case, Jorgensen should have been our number 1 since February at least. Should already be our number 1. Jorgensen should at least have had a big run of games to have played. You shouldn't be going into the Parc des Princes cold, regardless. So it's a dumb decision to make that now. You should have made that weeks ago. Also, with the way that we play out, or the way Rosenior wants to play, we still, with Sanchez, I think we still end up losing this game because Sanchez would have been forced to play passes that would have played us into danger because he's not good with his feet either. But because the way this manager wants to play, he's going to force these goalkeepers to do it. And we're going to continuously play into danger.
But even if that's the case, I'd say we don't concede 5.
No, we don't concede
like that.
I'm not. That's fine. I'm not arguing. That's fine. I'm not arguing whether it's 5. I'm not even arguing we concede the exact same goals, but we still would have lost. So
if it's one goal, I think there's still a tie to play, though.
Guys,
I don't know about that.
4 and 5 definitely get saved.
Okay, that's fine.
At least the fourth one.
That's fine. I'm not arguing on the type of goal. That's fine. Whatever. I still believe that we lose, but regardless, Maresca learned at Chelsea because he tried playing
playing out of the back with Sanchez and with Jorgensen. And what he did was he picked one out of the two of them to stick with last season. And then he realized with Sanchez, he can't play. So the second half of last season, he told Sanchez to stop playing out. And then the run-in we had to end the season, Sanchez just kept going long. And then he dropped our hard line. That's part of why we had this, the run-in that we got us top 4, why we had this great defense. Part of that was the fact we just dropped our high line. But with Rosenior, we're still playing high up, and we're telling our goalkeeper to just be extremely risky with the ball and just play stupidly into danger.
Yeah, but I hear what you're saying, but I don't know, man. For anybody that plays sports, the manager can only predict what's gonna happen before a game, man. When it's in mid-game and you see that they're pressing and you know that short passes, because let's be honest, to agree or disagree, was there not warning signs of Jorgensen making risky passes before he conceded? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was two.
So he was already making,
I remember.
he was already looking risky before he conceded, right?
I agree, but that's the game plan.
He got very cheeky. There was one where he done it to Bacola where he chopped him.
Wait, hold on. This is my point, though.
Bro, that's one, that's the game plan. And two, he played a goalkeeper that will keep playing with the ball. Sanchez would have eventually just hoofed it.
Okay, yeah, and that's what I was gonna. That's what I was gonna get to, which is. It was already risky, but players like Jorgensen and even
Jorgensen hoofed it a couple times in the game too.
Yeah, but like still though, the goal he conceded, after he conceded, he was still doing it. He was still doing it.
Because that is the game. Because that is the game plan.
No, but if you have if your manager is telling you something and you see it's not working, why the fuck are you gonna continue doing it just because the manager says so? That's stupid.
Bro, I agree with you.
That's my point.
I agree with you, but they're still going to follow the game plan.
No, that's just not smart. That's just not smart. You don't continue.
You can say I'm not arguing against you. I'm just telling you they're gonna keep doing it.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
My thing is, regardless of that, I think he's just a better shot stopper, so it just wouldn't mean.
I agree. No, that's fine. No, that's fine. I'm not arguing.
Scott, add to it. What are you gonna add to it, bro?
I'll just say I think it comes back to, and this is why, like for me, the sole reason we lost that game yesterday is Maresca, because I think all the negatives we had in the game you can link back to Maresca. Like Alexis said earlier, the defensive structure, and it's something I spoke about yesterday as well. Like the defensive structure, that's the manager. That's on the manager. The manager sets up the defensive structure of the team. If it stinks, it's on him. The goalkeeper is on him. Like the problems with Jorgensen in terms of if Jorgensen is not kicking it long, that is on the manager as well to tell him, right, it's not working playing short. We are in trouble a lot of the time.
Thank you.
Play it into the channel. Let João Pedro hold the ball up. Hit it into the channel for Neto or whatever to run into. Change things up. He didn't want to because he wanted to stick to his system because he thought he knew best, and it backfired. That ultimately comes back to the manager.
Yep. Thank you. Yep. They're following the game plan.
So at what point is it when it's not on the manager? Because sometimes when things don't work out, if you're a player, like, come on, you got to use your brain and be like, this is not fucking working. Even what you're saying you want me to do, but clearly it's not working.
I agree, but we also know we have dumb players. And the thing is,
remember for the third goal, Fofana moves like a pussy in the build-up anyway.
The thing is, what a manager,
and that's my point. Where do we distinguish which is the manager's fault and which is the player's fault? Because
Lewis, but the argument for the third goal is Fofana used his brain and initiative. Like, if you think he was game managing, you can't play a risky pass and turn over the ball there. You give it to your keeper, you go long, you recycle again. You know, like you restart. My problem is, like what annoys me more than anything is I think we're overcomplicating a very decent team. We're a good team, right? We're not a great team. And the reason we're not a great team is because we overcomplicate our football. No one can convince me the passing out in the back is a positive. Because he was perfect for 74% of the game. All of a sudden, one mistake and his whole confidence collapses and he starts making stupid mistakes. Like that, it's a net negative, man. No one can convince me this playing out the back religiously is good for the team.
It's not. But yeah, we're gonna keep.
The thing is
with managers, right? Like when someone, I don't know what your name is, bro. You said about how much is on the manager and on the players.
Oh no, that's Brendan.
Oh, that's Brendan.
When it comes to managers, you have to set up at least your players, like in the right way, and you have to mitigate their weaknesses.
I agree.
I agree with Alexis. For about 74 minutes, the game plan was actually working because leaving the Parc des Princes with 2-2.
That's what I'm saying. I disagree with that. I don't think it was.
No, but I mean in terms of if we leave with a 2-2 draw or at least narrowly losing 3-2, it's not necessarily the worst in the world. Fine.
No, you have a chance now.
The way we set
I think it's a good result.
Yeah. I'm sorry in terms of the result, but you have to mitigate the weaknesses that your players have. We have clear weaknesses in terms of our defenders playing out, our goalkeepers playing out. Why then play a high line and expect our defense to continuously play out? That doesn't make sense. You have to mitigate the weaknesses you have in the team as much as you can.
Okay. So can I ask you? Okay, so can I ask you something?
And ultimately, a game being 2-2 or 3-2 ended 5-2 because of the weaknesses we have in the team and us exposing the weaknesses.
Okay, so can I ask you something? So let's say the game, let's say after we conceded 3-2, right? What should we have done? Once Jorgensen fucked up, what should we have done then?
Oh, I can tell you right now. I can tell you right now. I was asking for the entire time.
Shut up.
Yeah, you bring on Lavia. You bring on Lavia. You take Gusto out. You put in Reece James. You fucking shut that shit down. You shut that shit down. If Neto looks, you take off Neto. You put in Garnacho. You get another runner. You fucking run at them in terms of counter. You shut that shit down.
I was gonna say if I'm receiving
did you not watch the Galatasaray Liverpool game?
Yeah.
No.
Did you not? With 10 minutes to go, Virgil was telling Mamardashvili, stop. Slow it down. We're losing 1-0, but it's fine. We'll take it to Anfield. We can't concede a second.
That's my point, bro. That's my point. You don't need a manager to do so much off of the pitch. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, I get you. A manager has to set you up a certain way, but at some point, the player has to be like, which of course, unfortunately for us, we have low IQ players. But I've been saying for the longest. I'm not trying to be rude. It's a real thing. But on the pitch, when you have players saying, "Hey, okay, we're down 3-2. We need to do this mid-game." You don't need the manager every time to baby you and everything.
But you also know we don't have those players. We don't have real leaders in this team, barring Reece.
No, but you had Enzo literally telling.
No. By the way, guys,
Enzo was sick with a shocking passing option from Jorgensen towards the end.
Exactly.
Oi, did you not have a problem with Enzo shouting at Jorgensen?
No.
And that's my thing.
No.
As big as I'm always criticizing Enzo. I applaud him for that.
I'm gonna ask this. Enzo shouted at Jorgensen after the goal conceded. Was he shouting before that?
We don't know
because that goal was coming.
Yes.
The camera never panned.
No, it was because we were under more pressure after we conceded, and Jorgensen wasn't helping.
No, but that was the sloppy play out from Jorgensen and from the defense in general. That was coming. We were bound to concede with a mistake like that. So why are you complaining after we concede? Complain before.
It wasn't after the goal.
No, it wasn't after.
No, but promise, this is the problem that I keep saying. This is the problem. The problem is, like I said before when I was asking everybody, we already knew it was going to happen by how Jorgensen was playing risky, and then he conceded. The problem is you didn't even fix the fucking error. If it didn't work and you conceded, why are you still playing those type of passes? That's why he was pissed off. He would think Jorgensen, okay, maybe you shouldn't play that pass if I'm under pressure. Just hoof it, fine, whatever. But you're still doing the same mistake after you just conceded. The same way you conceded, you're still doing the same thing.
But you know what Rosenior is, right? He's the hybrid of Graham Potter and Pochettino. Because remember the first game, what did he say? The boys give it all. Am I not getting flashbacks of Graham Potter? English guy, young prospect, looking good, playing out from the back with the fucking high line of Pochettino. We just got the hybrid. We literally got a hybrid. We got the hybrid of Pochettino and Potter.
Bro, at least we
what else is annoying?
Bro, great thing about playing the ball with him.
And this guy wants to talk, bro. When this guy got the job, he said,
"Oh my
we got a world-class squad. We have world-class.
Let's build up from the back, guys.
Fucking hell!
Like,
What happened?
Listen,
These stats. I'm looking at the
Look at the
screen.
stats
Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
screen.
What's the
But
what's the
honestly,
bottom one, by the
as
way?
much
Wait,
What's the
by the way,
bottom?
do you know what's funny? We went from being in the top quadrant, right? Top right quadrant to now dropping down. Wait, Maresca, yeah, every single day, my friend, your CV's looking better. Every single day. Maybe now you lot will appreciate him. Maybe now,
that's not
and people celebrate, oh, he walked out on us. Maybe he walked out on us. How can you respect something?
Yo, them revisionist bastards, man. Yo,
Alex, I'm saying the same thing about
Good,
Caldwell.
bruv.
I'm saying the same thing about Caldwell. I'm saying Caldwell is the next coming of John Terry himself at this point. The way this defense is looking, bro. God.
Oh, it's nuts, man. You know what's so annoying? At 3-2, I would have been saying, we're going to go through. 5-2 just feels so hard to, like, come up with an argument to just convince yourself that there's a good chance.
they've wheeled the players out to start like trying to convince the fans. Where is it? Wesley Fofana. We have 3 goals to score, and that's the most beautiful thing about football. Trying to make a comeback.
He needs to shut the fuck up. He needs,
By the way,
he needs to shut the.
By the way, I know we spoke about I agree with what
Right.
you said earlier about the defenders, but I just want to focus on them for a second. When I told people about him and how painfully mid he is, and about how there's no difference between him or Josh or Saar or any of these dudes, bro, he is the same as all of them. He's so painfully average, and we pay him 200 grand a week for nothing.
Do you
Like,
think he
what's
was
the
bad
point?
yesterday?
Like, yeah, he was awful, bro. Like, he was getting spun
Maybe I
constantly.
need to rewatch it, man.
I do not think
he was
good at
I
it.
can't lie. He was getting spun around like crazy for the whole game. I can't lie, bro.
And like I said, like if that's gonna happen, if I'm gonna watch a defender, suffering games, make mistakes, have good moments, but it's gonna be hit or miss. Play the 20-year-old, play the 19-year-old. Like at least I can allow with them. I don't with Fofana. What am I allowing? Brother's like 27 nearly,
Scott,
I think, or 26.
Scott, you said
I allow
play
him.
the 20. Scott, you said play the 20-year-old and the 19-year-old. Did I not say that at the start of the season?
Yes.
No, play one of them. Don't play both of them. That's ludicrous.
Yeah.
Listen. I may be crazy, but I stand.
Honestly, I can't agree with Prime at this point because Chalobah's not doing
bro.
any better anyways. So fuck it.
I don't care, bro.
No, I don't know, man. I think we need to beat Newcastle on the weekend, and then Man United and Villa play each other. We need to get, and I think we prioritize results now. And I think Fofana and Chalobah are the way to prioritize results. You don't need more experiments. Like
Alexis,
we need to tighten up the system.
No.
You know what the crazy thing is?
You need to prioritize going forward.
We will beat Newcastle. That's the thing. We'll beat Newcastle, and then people will get gassed thinking we can do a remontada. We'll beat Newcastle.
Alexis, the reason I disagree with that as well is the reason why I disagree with that, especially with the guys you mentioned, is because there's no guarantee for one or maybe even both of those guys they're going to be here next season.
Yep.
So I think you need to this season is kind of a write-off anyway, outside of getting top 5. So we should still be able to.
It has to be top 5.
No. I'm saying outside of top 5, the rest of the season is a write-off, and I still think with a Saar playing, you can get top 5. If not, is he that bad?
You think
can't get top 5. I 100 yes. If he's that bad that we can't get top 5 with him, why did you get him in the first place?
Yep.
It's a question I'd ask.
But you see, my argument here is right. I believe in a good system, Chalobah and Fofana are very serviceable. They're not going to win your league. I think they're serviceable. The problem is we're leaving them exposed. And if you leave Josh exposed and Saar exposed, they're younger. They're going to crumble more. Like I think
I could say Saar showed up for a bigger moment in his career than Fofana, as he won player of the man of the match at AFCON in the final.
I would also say as well, the thing is, I think they're all going to have the same problems. I think because I would argue with Josh and Saar, especially Josh. We've seen this season in a serviceable system, he was our best centre back. Before Fofana came back from injury, he was our best centre back.
He was so good.
He was solid. And it's not even it's not even like he was the best of a shit bunch. He was legitimately good at centre back before Fofana came back. So I'm saying in a good system, both of them are serviceable as well. My thing is like with Fofana and Chalobah, they're 26, 27. The runway for them is finished. They are basically as good as they're gonna get. At least with these guys, they might make mistakes, that's cool. As long as it's not to the point where their confidence is shot to pieces, which hopefully it shouldn't be. you can build them up to the point where the runway is a lot bigger. You're preparing for the future, because let's say we get to the summer, Chalobah and Fofana leave, right? What the fuck's the plan next season then?
Okay.
Yeah, I think
the plan
in that instance is a returning Colwill, okay, just coming off an ACL, and then one of the young centre backs anyway.
Now it's just too late. Like, we have 9 more games.
Yeah.
It's just too much pressure to bring the 20-year-olds in and say, well, now it's your turn, and we have to make top 5. We should have we should have been doing this since the start of the season.
Yep.
Because I knew it was pointless giving Tosin minutes. It was pointless, giving Pierre and Chalobah and Fofana the entire season, when your whole project is about these young kids and everything else. And Josh hasn't seen any game time for a while. I mean, at the end of the day, when we don't, I don't think we will. When we don't make Champions League, because we'll probably get 6th. Because Aston Villa's fallen off. We all know that. So it's between us and Liverpool to take their spot, I believe. And we're just going to fall apart, because we're not going to play badly, but every big game ends the same way this PSG game ended. The same with
Daniel, wait, if Aston Villa's fallen off, right, you don't think we overtake them?
No, we're not going to take advantage of that, which we should, because they're...
Also, probably won't be a top 5.
Interesting.
We should take advantage
of
it.
It will, Lewis. It will.
It's not going to be top 5.
By the way, Daniel, what you said there, by the way, with the centre-back thing is exactly why I didn't get a chance to see this after the Wrexham game. My problems with Rosenior came after the Wrexham game, because I'll be honest, he's a coward, bro, for the shit he did in the Wrexham game. Because you're exactly right. If you're against Wrexham, right, you're in a situation where you're trying to develop guys. Why the fuck does Tosin and Badiashile need to play 90? Why was Sarr the first guy who came off? Like, why are these guys getting subbed? Why are you not giving the chances to the guys that are going to be here long term, that are going to actually affect the club long term, which, if you play well, are going to be here while you're here, affecting the club long term?
Well, it gets better.
You keep wanting to do the same bullshit that Maresca was doing. I called him out for it as well. It's cowardice, because they're the young guys. You can afford to scapegoat them or take them off, because your 5 at the back system failed, and so you decided to sub off Sarr for no reason. Hato was our best player. You subbed him off for no reason. Play them. They're playing well.
Scott, but you know why you took him off, though?
120 minutes.
Yeah, Scott, but you know why, though, right? It's the same reason you went to a 5 at the back. He doesn't want confrontation with players. And that's the issue. Tosin and Badiashile are playing, right?
And he's a pussy. He's a coward.
Yeah, he is a coward. He is a coward.
What do you mean?
This is the problem. You need to pick.
What do you mean? Like,
by not playing him,
from
Badiashile?
No, I'm actually interested.
I'll give you an example. Yeah, Tosin is what's called a leader in the dressing room. We know that based off the way every player talks about him. If you don't play him, what is going to happen? He's going to call it out. The players that like him are going to call it out. Why is Tosin not getting a chance against Wrexham playing? Those conversations happen in teams all the time.
So he should be worried about a fucking shit player like Tosin for confrontation.
Sadly, bro, do you remember last year? Let me flashback to last year.
I'm not.
Do you remember what it took for this? Do you not remember what it took for Disasi to be pulled out the team completely? It started with Disasi at centre back. Then they started shoehorning him at right back just so he got some minutes. Then we started dropping points, and eventually Maresca said, "Enough is enough. You're not playing anymore." Like, it happens, bro. There are players that are strong characters in dressing rooms, and age matters in football. Sadly, he's not experienced enough as a manager to be able to say, "No, you're not playing, man. You're not playing." Like, Jimmy can say I'm waffling. You know that stuff like this happens in dressing rooms.
I don't know. I don't really see how Tosin and Badiashile has any kind of like.
So what you think? This manager wanted to play 5 at the back.
He wants to jump on if anyone wants to make any space. No pressure though.
The Tosin one I can hear. The Tosin one I can hear because
I already know what it is.
I kind of hear the Tosin one to a point because he is part of the leadership group. Where I think that falls down is Badiashile. The Badiashile one makes no sense. Badiashile has no say in this.
Both of it makes no sense.
That's what I'm saying. Like, who are these players to even be worried about?
Like, if you can't even take care of business yourself, why am I listening to you? You know what I mean? Like,
here's why it makes zero sense. These are players that are definitely leaving in the summer. There's no
Sure.
There's a pressure of them being older. There's a pressure.
That's what I'm saying.
There is no pressure with any of these guys. And what's even mind-boggling is because we know who's coming in, right? We know Sensi's going to be our center back next year. Big up. Oh yeah, come on. We know that. I know that. You know that. But
all right, Jimmy. So man, we'll try. Oh, sorry, Daniel. You go first. I don't want to break.
Yeah. You get rid of all these guys, and it could be so easy. Even if you're going to get Sensi, once you get rid of these 4 guys, you're going to get rid of Chalaba, you're going to get rid of Tosin, you're going to get rid of Badia Shile, and even Josh. They're probably going to get rid of him too. If you're doing that, just use all that money to sign a top center, but they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. We know they're not going to do that. So, yeah, I mean, we're pretty much screwed, and we know that. We know what's going to happen in this summer, right? I think the script is here. Let it be clear. They're going to go for Rodgers. That's it.
I mean, it was pretty clear as day. Just off. They're not signing
center backs. It's going to be Sensi and Rodgers, and that fixed the problem for us.
I mean, it was pretty much clear as day on the first.
Why do we focus on buying attackers? We're prioritizing that.
Because we still need attackers, bro.
But do we need to spend?
We need to prioritize the defense first, isn't it?
No, that's why I said I think we should have prioritized the attack more than
defense more than
no. I'm going to push back because, and I'll push back whenever we have conversations about signing players going forward. All of these positions are priorities. It's not one above that. They're all fucking priorities because even the goalkeeper shit, by the way. As much as I'm talking about how Sanchez has been good this season, the fact that he's not a guaranteed number 1 under a manager shows that he still needs to be upgraded on. If he was the lockdown starter number 1, no questions asked, you wouldn't need to have this debate about him versus Jorgensen. The fact he can't be that, whether it's on the manager or not, means he still needs to be upgraded on. These guys are all priorities because I'm tired of just focusing on one area. In the summer, we focused on the attack and we failed. We failed to do anything in defense. In a one window, we just focus on the midfield. All of these positions are priorities because we never fucking get them right. So when you get them right, they no longer become priorities. So we need a goalkeeper. We need a centre back. We need, another midfielder, depending on Lavi or Asugo. We need at least one attacker, all of these guys are priorities. I'm tired of going, we need to get this player of that player. No, fuck that. Go and fix everything. Stop fucking putting it off.
But they're not the issue, especially last season, right? They could have solved the goalkeeper problem very, very cheap.
Yeah.
Yes,
Magnon.
Because you know what did Magnon sign for? Wasn't it for 110K? A year?
I don't know what
his new contract.
Yeah, no, look it up. You see his contract. You see what he signed for. So that's the player that they refuse to pay an extra $7 million for, just to solve that problem. That solved the problem. You get what you want to get.
We're not even including.
You want to get a Jimmy goalkeeper. You could have solved this issue, and that was it. But now you want me to wait for Penders. Oh my God, Penders is going to concede 60 goals in this league. I promise you. You see,
you're 96K.
96. Wow.
That Petrovic guy. Petrovic is getting to the 60 goals. I told you he's going to concede 60 goals. He's at 46.
Speaking of Penders, by the way, right? Daniel, speaking of Penders, Speaking of Penders, and you guys know I rate Penders. I watched Strasbourg versus Palace in the league. I worked Strasbourg versus Palace in the league phase of the Conference League. Palace should have scored 2 goals with that high line bullshit that we're doing right now. Penders will get exposed doing this in this league because he's still very, very young, especially with this manager playing the high line bullshit. It's gonna get. Actually, you know what? Jimmy really wants to cook, bro. He's like,
Jimmy, certain men are turning. They want Maresca back now.
Jimmy's like,
no.
Hey,
suddenly they want to come back to the Hive.
Listen.
That's why, you know what Jimmy is right now?
I asked for the redirect. I'm going live right when you're done. Don't worry. We got a lot of
lovely. We will be there.
You know what Jimmy is right now?
For that one. I can't wait.
You know what Jimmy is right now?
I've seen the same man who tried to cook both of us are now saying, I want my ex back. Maybe Maresca wasn't the most.
Yeah, I'm a predator.
Guys, do you know what? You know what Jimmy is right now? Jimmy's like a fat kid on Thanksgiving. He's ready to cook.
Bro, listen. Hey, all I said was don't fire this manager, bro. I said you want to wait till the season done. That's cool because none of us thought he was a final product manager. But if you fire him, Do this. Go from here.
No, bro.
Up.
And what I don't like,
go up.
Jimmy, I don't like when guys are trying to do, since it's a black manager in England. I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck, nigga. I'm a nigga. I don't give a fuck.
No, I gotta be honest.
You know what that is? No,
I'm sorry. That is. I can tell you, I'm a type of guy. I don't give managers time. I don't believe in your philosophy. I'm not supposed to. I'm not your son or your family member. They're supposed to believe in you. I just see what I see, and what I see is this is the same guy like Poch. You think you can go blow for blow with these teams, and you can't. We couldn't then. We can see the 70 goals. And this guy's trying his best to get us to concede 50 goals this year. We were on course to concede like 36. He's trying to push us to that type of level. You can't do BLM for me and say because I don't care about that. Not when it comes to sports. You can't do that. Don't politicize this shit. He's ass. He needs to go. Whatever you do in this summer, he needs to go. And then you figure it out. Maybe you go talk to Javi or whoever else. But this motherfucker gotta go because he's not ready for this type of level.
Ain't nobody coming here. Ain't nobody coming here. That's why
I know nobody coming here, but I don't care who comes. He gotta go.
Gary O'Neill.
He gotta go, bro.
Gary O'Neill's.
We warned everyone, but man wanted to follow
to fire a manager who
gotta go.
Made some leeway with this squad.
With this squad. That's my point. With that squad.
Board. Why would you relax? Let him go through his little rough patch and let him get to the end of the year. If you feel froggish, leave. But you have no reason to fuck with him to the point where he goes, you know what? I'm out of here. I'm not doing this. This doesn't work. I'm out of here. You got niggas who mad at I'm mad at Maresca because the way you know what? I'm not going to go too far into it because I'll be going live soon. We'll be talking about this. But this is exactly what I told niggas was going to happen if they fired this manager. Fuck if they fired the manager. This season is going exactly like I told niggas it would go if we ain't get a defender. We don't get a defender, we fuck. Told niggas the window was a 3. Oh, you're Jimmy Minerals. You're being too negative. Okay, we'll see. How that window looking now? That shit looking like a 0. A 0. I got 16 arguing to me how, just give it time. It's the manager fault. Oh, Palmer's not playing well. Oh, Jimmy, you can't talk about Palmer. I can't talk about Palmer. I can't
know how to talk about Starboy.
Let me know. Let me know when I can start talking about Cole Palmer. Because I told you niggas over the summer. I said, I see something in this dude that I don't like. Oh, you can't say that. He's our best player.
We're just not getting the best out of him, guys.
I said, bro, I don't give a fuck what he is. I saw Prime One Murta at this club. I saw Eden Hazard at this club. I know what a talisman look like, bro. When they play in the attack, I know what they look like. And I'm like, Cole Palmer looks like a front runner. I don't like his attitude. I don't like how he moves. Oh, how you pick on this guy, pick on that guy. Why? Pick on Tosin. Why? Pick on Garnacho, pick on Neto. I don't think these niggas is good. So
I ain't gonna lie.
I yell at them in the moment, but I'm not gonna go on these long diatribes about these niggas. They not good.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, Jimmy. I used to be one of those people. I was like, damn, this nigga always on Palmer. But to be fair, I ain't gonna lie. I changed my mindset. I ain't even gonna lie because
you know
I have to criticize. I
can't criticize your best player.
Hold on. I have to criticize Palmer. I have to criticize players like Palmer or even Caicedo or even like Reese highly because I know the talent is there compared to like people like Tosin. You can't get the best out of Tosin.
I rate him because I
yeah. It's because I rate him. It's because I rate him. Yeah, that's why. I can't do the same for Garnacho because we already knew he was shit before he got here. So am I supposed to?
Why would you expect anything from a shit player?
He's supposed to be somehow better or something like that. Like I don't really expect that from Tosin. I don't expect that from Fofana.
And criticism is criticism. Every player deserves
regardless of who it is, whatever the
settings. I don't. I personally don't believe in that. I do believe there's levels to this shit. That's just my opinion. Because at the end of the day, Dewey had a horrible game against us. terrible game.
Yeah, he wasn't good. He was probably the weakest out of the
And
three.
when they took him out, they brought in Travis Kelce. Palmer had a horrible game, and when we took him out, we brought a fucking Delap.
I mean, that one sub alone was better than our whole bench. So, I mean,
our only hope as Chelsea fans, I'm just being real with you. Our only hope as Chelsea fans is Palmer regaining form. That's it. If he there is no solution. There is no. Well, they're gonna sell Palmer because he has a bad attitude and buy somebody else. Ain't nobody else coming.
I don't know what Palmer's form is. What is Palmer's form? Don't tell me that first season. That ain't Palmer's form. Don't tell me that first season is Palmer's form. That was his first season. He went bananas. He's had 2 seasons since then. He's been nowhere near that. So that was the outlier.
His second season was top in the league. There wasn't an attacking mid that had a better season than him last year, even with his poor form to the end of the season.
You mean numbers? You mean stat-wise?
Even the way he was playing. His finishing was awful, but he was still creating at a high clip last year.
All right, so we're not going to say his finishing was awful, but he was the best attacker.
But you just said don't rely on his finishing from his first season, right? So if his finishing, to me, you're a number 10. Your number 1 job is to create. I get what you said, but let me finish my point, though, and then you can say what you guys said. I'm saying if his finishing was an anomaly from his first season, I can understand that. But his creativity was still there. Now he's had a poor season. I also saw, you mentioned Hazard. I also saw Hazard have a horrifying year. Horrifying year. He's not of that talent level.
Wait. Surrounded by what, though?
Hold on.
Surrounded by what? Surrounded by what?
By what? Injuries.
No, his horrible year was surrounded by what? Every other great year was what? Great years. He didn't have.
No, 100%. I'm not saying. Hold on. I'm not, because again, this is Palmer. To me, Palmer's first year was all-timer type of year. He didn't repeat that the second year, but to me, the second year was a top year. Because he had an all-timer type of year, people are saying, well, the second year wasn't the top. No other attacking mid played like he did in the league. And then this season has been poor, but it's been plagued by injuries, and he's had a very poor form. So that's 2 out of 3 that you've been the top guy in the league for me. I'm not giving up on that.
Yeah, I don't know about him being top guy last year.
He's top guy, bro. I'm sorry. You can't name an attacking mid that was better.
I don't know about that. If you give me time, I probably could, but that's
all right. Let me give you time. Who? Think about it.
I don't even care because that's not my point. I don't even care about.
I know, but that's not your point. But that's my point. You can't go against my point without the facts.
I don't really feel like.
All right, make it point.
Because Palmer played for us. Them other niggas don't. I don't care about that. My thing is, I don't know what Palmer is. I know he can create. I know he can do all that. But I know his on-field demeanor is just like he just locks off. He just locks off. He just locks off, bro. In the attack, he just locks off. I don't know what it is. I'm watching it week after week. People are all injury. No. Injury is physical. Mentally, he's locking off. Niggas taking the ball off his foot. Hesitation. Like, bro, do something. If you fuck up, but do something. He's not doing anything. And then the dead giveaway chances that he's not scoring, bro. Like, right in front of goal.
Before the Dembele time.
Like, literally, he's kicking and missing the ball multiple times. I could name like 3 or 4 times where the ball is right in the box. He's right in front of goal. He swings his foot and missed the ball. Bro, that's not, oh, I got an injury. That's in your head. That's in your fucking head, bro. That's in your, something's in his head. I don't want to hear about no manager. I personally think he got a lot real fast. Real fast. It came at him real fucking fast. When Cole Palmer was still injured and all that, they advertised it. Oh, he got a new logo and all this. I was worried about that. I'm like, that's bad timing. Won't they roll that out when he rolling? Or wait, like, it just looks like he's not logged back in. It's not, I don't know. It's not. He's out there defensively. He's still running. The other game we just played the other day, we was in the 90-something minute, and I saw him run a nigga down to press. So the thing about injuries, I'm not even buying that, especially since we know this medical team, if you fucking injured, you don't play. That was another thing I wanted to say. Y'all gonna miss me with this shit about Cole Palmer injury shit. Because we know with this medical staff, if you got a knock, you bet you don't get to play.
They extend your time, actually.
You don't get to play. So I'm defensively. Cole, maybe y'all not seeing this. Cole Palmer is still getting interceptions. He still gets stuck in defensively. I'm watching it with my own two eyes. But for whatever reason, going forward, he's shitting the bed. Watch one of our breakaways the other game. He got the interception. He pressed and left his man when he read the ball was coming off. Boom. Stole the ball. He's not injured. Sean Newland's eat one. He's not injured. We already know if you injured, you don't play at Chelsea.
Yeah, if you're in the matchday squad, how can you be injured? It's like you're able to play minutes, right?
Injured. Y'all want to say that because it's your guy. Nah, bro. He's not injured.
Yeah, Maldini, I agree, because the only time I saw him and I thought he physically looked like he had a knock was Napoli.
Yeah, bro. If y'all watch him defensively, Cole Palmer is working hard. Watch him defensively. His press is still there. He wins interceptions. He's winning back the ball. Watch him. He starts a lot of the breakaways. It's him winning the ball. Wallahi, it's him winning the ball.
Wolves. I think it was Wolves, Maldini.
Yeah, Wolves. But his hesitation in the box is noticeable.
That's what the point
it's his decision making on the ball before he even gets to the box.
Yes, even before the box. Sometimes he's taking an extra touch.
Yeah, or extra dribbles or something.
Explain this to me, bro. He'll have two sides, two ways to go, and he keeps going to Garnacho, bro.
Villa. Maybe Villa.
Why the fuck does he keep going to Garnacho, bro?
Always to his left. You don't look to his right. I don't get it.
Just like, stop going to Garnacho, bro. Stop. He has to stop going to Garnacho. Stop, bro. Cole Palmer always goes left.
There was two times he could pass to Enzo. One in the first half when Enzo made a run down the right-hand side, and then the second half, Enzo made a run down the middle. He still didn't pass to him.
I was a bit disappointed when he missed that chance. Eventually, that led up to 2-1 PSG.
Yeah, that missed chance led to their goal, bro.
It did.
That should. Yo, I think who was on KJ, Surf, everybody started celebrating. When I brought with the Cole Palmer, I started celebrating. I'm like, there's no way he's not making this.
Yeah.
He put it right on the keeper. I said, damn, yo, this dude mentally
didn't even get a chance to react. We conceded immediately after.
Right. But then running back, I'm like, okay, Fofana got him. Then I said, oh, it's Fofana. And in the minute, as soon as I said, oh, it's Fofana, man, he was like, I ain't passing this shit. When he looked left and didn't pass it, I said, oh, it's Fofana. That's what he did, yo. And he did it. And he buried the shot. And that was that. Like, bro, people like, and then the mistake Jurgensen made. People like, oh my gosh. I'm like, bro.
What do y'all expect from Jurgensen?
Sanchez did that shit 3 weeks in a row. They just didn't score. 3 weeks in a row, Sanchez did that. The other team just didn't score. He literally gave the ball to Gyökeres. I don't know if y'all remember that. He walked up and said, Gyökeres, here you go.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
Gyökeres wasn't a fucking bum. He literally would have did the same thing. And he did it again. And then Sanchez and Jorgensen do this. And I don't know why. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe is it a color thing? They keep giving Caicedo the ball to get him killed, bro.
And there's a player on him. Yeah, he's got some of the ball.
Not on him. I'm talking like fucking on him. They are on him. On him, and then they zip it into him 1,000 miles an hour.
Yeah, not only that. I also noticed too when they receive the ball, like these guys. That's why I keep again repeating IQ. When they receive the ball, they stop the ball and then try to look for somebody to pass. When you should already have an idea who to pass to when you see them pressing you. I know they do that too. They do the same thing.
I was ready to praise some of this shit I seen Jorgensen do. When he piled that defender in the box, yo, that was fucking. I don't know what y'all know a pile is. When you knock the ball over a nigga, that's what Jamaicans we call.
Oh yeah. I seen that.
That was nice. I'm like, this nigga nice, but I said, okay, you can get away with that 1 or 2 times, but he like the play where he gave up the goal, bro. It was literally. It wasn't even a direct space to that. I don't know who he was going to. When they showed
it was with his weak foot as well. He did that with his left foot.
The back angle, I think he literally went up there. You know when you go to do something and you have a brain fart? I think that's what the fuck he did. I think he was thinking, go long and pass over there at the same time. Because
Jimmy, when I saw that in real time, initially I thought he was trying to play it down the center to, I think, Reese. But then I saw the replay. But then I saw the replay and I was like, the angle of the pass means you're trying to find the fullback. But you didn't hit it with any zip.
You're trying to hit
you passed it instead of hitting it. So it's like, you're right. He's caught in 2 minds. Like, do I pass it? Do I hit it?
Let him down and he passed it with his weak foot.
You had the angle, but you had no.
And you can't leave that out. His weak foot, Prime. He did that shit. That's how you know it was a brain fart. And it's like, yo, bro, you can't be this fucking stupid. You really let this game reach 2-2. And when that game was at 2-2, I don't give a fuck what y'all say. We was in control right there.
Yep.
People didn't lay a glove on us. They had 3 shots on target all at the end.
I wasn't scared of another goal coming in. I was just chilling.
We was in control. I'm like, yo, we can get these niggas 3-2. The nigga Dev in the chat group, Cali, that nigga said, Jimmy, I got us 3. Beginning of the game, he said, Jimmy, it's going to be a shootout. We can take these dudes 3-2. I swear to God, it looked like that's the way it was going. And then he gave away. You know his giveaway reminded me of? This is why when the people be talking about, oh, Sanchez did the same shit. He gave it to Declan Rice instead. That's why.
I keep trying to.
I'm not asking for Sanchez because of the ball player. I think he's just be a better shot stopper in the
No, but Lewis, he is a better shot stopper. But remember, I said, Lewis, we still would have conceded and lost because the way the manager wants us to play would still have made.
And I didn't disagree with you on that. I said the tie wouldn't be over.
Yeah,
he's not saying no, that's fine. I agree it's not over, but we still would have lost 3-2.
That's fine. We agree.
He's fine with that. That's what he's saying, Prime. He's fine with that. All he's saying it wouldn't been as bad.
I'll be honest. I still disagree because, bro, we don't concede 3 of those goals yesterday with Sanchez in goal.
Nah. That's why I disagree, bro.
Scott, that's fine.
We don't know. That third goal we concede. No, hold on. We've seen Sanchez this season, regardless of how bad his ball playing is, and we know it's bad. We have seen him this season when he gets in that situation, just hoof the fucking ball.
No, but
like we've seen him.
No. The last 3 games we played, he gave the ball away to a person right in front of him, bro. The last 3 games. The one that really stands out is the Goalkeeper. He ran right up and gave the ball to Goalkeeper. We had another game he ran out and he fucking passed the ball too far and gave it to the other defense. We did this shit 3 games in a row. I promise you. I don't remember
but by the way,
did it 3 games in a row.
But even Scott, for me, right? I'm not even arguing that Sanchez concedes the same goals we conceded.
Man, I missed so much.
I'm saying he still would have conceded because the way the manager wants him to play would have put us into danger.
Agreed.
We still would have lost.
I don't listen. No, hold on. I don't disagree with that. That Sanchez could have made another error or whatever it is. But let me tell you this: there's one thing that Jorgensen is just not good at anything.
I know. Yeah.
He's not like he was shot saving.
How dare you? Don't downplay his jinky majink. Fuck wrong.
No, because he's jinky Barcoli. Oh, big guy.
You got me. Yeah, don't got me. Big guy. Yeah,
he thinks he's knowing it because he jinked Barcola once. He thought, oh yeah, I can do the split pass with my left foot to Palma. Are you crazy? Who told you could do that?
You out of your fucking mind.
Who told you have the ability to even try that? I'm a reverse passer with my left foot.
Daniel, you know who told him? Liam.
No,
yeah.
Millennium ain't telling them. Like, no,
It's
that's
Rossi.
one thing we can't do with the manager.
It's
The
Rossi.
manager
No,
is
fuck
not
that.
telling them to make risky passes.
I told man that up in here. I said, bro,
Yeah,
there's
they
no
say
way as a
play out the
player.
back.
There's no way as
He
a
is, bro. He
player
is, bro.
you're gonna make that
No, I'm
decision.
Yeah,
You have to
that's
know
what
what
I'm
to
saying.
say.
That's what I'm saying.
I agree that I don't think he's telling them to make risky passes, but I think
Luke,
he's
private
doing.
chat
He's
urgent.
not. How do I word this? He's not telling them, if that makes sense. Like he's not telling them like make this type of pass. I agree with you. He's not telling them make that type. But I'm saying those passes are happening because we saw before in the game he made passes like that where it's like it was risky but it worked. There was one to Fofana. There was one to I think it was Lavia, another midfielder. He had the one he fucked up to Correa. He's making those kind of passes, but I think what the manager is not doing is getting in his ear and going, "Stop trying that as often." Like he's not.
But he shouldn't have to tell him
him
that. He shouldn't have to tell him that.
What do you mean? Stop.
You shouldn't, Brendan, but this is the place we're dealing
That's
with.
just if you have to get baby by managers to tell you to stop doing it after
they
you just
fucking
conceded,
stupid, bro.
that's just you just
That's how
Bro, we know he's stupid, bro. He's fucking stupid.
That
You know
we
this.
agree with. Yeah, that's
He's
no
fucking
disagreement on
stupid, bro. You're not going to tell me, like, I agree with you. These guys are
that.
thick
That
as
was
shit.
a clear situation to just boot it out. Like,
Yeah, how do you not see
nobody
Barcola
would've-
right there in the
There's really
passing lane
only
closed
one
off?
thing to
Like,
do right there. You only
yeah.
have one option. Boot it out.
That's why I keep saying
He didn't
IQ.
pass
I'm not
it to
trying to be
Shelby on the
mean
left.
when I keep saying IQ. Like that's just so simple. Just
That
hoop
is
it
the thing,
out.
Brendan.
Hoop it
That's the
out. That's
thing.
something so like even that situation. Even if you see it in pressing, fuck it. I'm gonna just hoop it out.
When in doubt, kick
I'm
it
gonna just
out.
hoop it
It's
out.
always
That's
been the
it.
thing.
And whatever happens up there, however that happens, and then we don't crash on Jorgensen. But again, what do we really expect from Jorgensen? I didn't expect him to do some
Nothing.
masterclass this game. So
No,
that's why I
it's
can't really
I'm
crash.
real not
Like I
like
can't
that.
get as mad as him as much because I don't rate him anyway. So it's just like
Yeah, but those mistakes,
I
bro.
don't rate none of
Not
it.
even still.
No,
I
but
don't rate
like
this nigga.
the mistakes
So
are
it's
shit,
like,
but like
Definitely better. Sanchez
Fuck,
is
man,
definitely
this level's
better.
the mistakes.
But
The only
way
thing with
you-
Sanchez is Sanchez was there, we concede 4 instead of 5. That's it.
and that's
no,
another thing.
like,
Y'all keep
like,
saying,
we just don't know. Like we
I know
definitely don't.
it's a
obviously
hypothetical, but
stuff,
still,
but I don't think
I
he
do
concedes
know
goals.
this.
It's goal.
I know niggas been dunking. Niggas been scoring on us lately. Yeah? Teams much worse than fucking Paris Saint-Germain been scoring. They scored on a fucking set on another cross in, which we always let up. And the way how we play spread it out yesterday, it was gonna be always wide open. They press like demons. We know they press well, and we play out the back. And when we did launch it forward and was getting it up to João Pedro, nobody was winning second balls. This shit, it wasn't working together. When he was going up top, the few times he did go up there, none of that shit was connecting. It was nothing. And
nobody was winning
second balls.
second balls.
Keep looking the same because it's the same fucking players. They're gonna let you down, even when we play a different way. The other fucking day when we played well and we locked it down, we up 2-1. He put on 9 center backs just to defend throw-ins and fucking and fucking corners. All they had to do was make 2 saves and what happened? Throw in, goal. So you can't
wide open
win.
header too.
So when a manager come out and go, you know what? I'm gonna try to attack and score. Can I blame him? No, because guess what? When I played defensive, guess what happened?
y'all still concede anyway. So
They score anyway. So it's like I'm gonna try something. That's why I said do not fire. The reason why I don't like to fire managers in the middle of the season, and it's not if your team is about to get relegated or you like about to drop completely off the face of the earth, yes, I get it. But where we was at with Maresca, the reason why I didn't want to fire the manager because of that clean slate shit. The manager already know who don't deserve a clean slate. He knows. I think by now, Tosin would have been stopped playing by now under Maresca. I honestly believe that. I think his days was numbered. Like, it would have been done. Nope.
Did he even play a game after that Leeds howler?
You bring in a new manager?
I don't know.
You brought in a new manager. What does he do? He cleans the slate with the goalkeepers. How many games he managed, and look how many of those games Sanchez was doing.
Yeah, Toffee didn't even start Cardiff after the Leeds game.
And then Tosin, I'm telling you,
that was one thing Maresca was
done. I'm telling you, I thought we would never
managed.
see that dude again. I thought we would never see him again.
Jorgensen didn't touch a game under Maresca.
But you already know when you fire a manager, it's a clean slate, bro. It's a clean slate. And I didn't want no clean slate in the middle of the season. Not in the middle of this season, because you can see nobody was really running away from us. That's why I was like, don't fire this nigga. You want to fire him at the end of the year? Fire him at the end of the year. Do not do it now. He has the pulse of this team. He didn't.
You know what's funny too? You know what's funny is people forget that Liam asked for a center back in the January window too.
Yeah, he got it. Sorry.
Yeah, he got it, and he got. I was gonna say he got it, and then praised the fact he got Sarr and now doesn't play him and is taking him off in the fucking
player. That's his guy. He's gonna praise his guy.
No, Jimmy, I agree with you, but then this is why I'm not hearing that argument, because now he has the chance to play Sarr and he could play him in real minutes, and he decides to sub him off first against Wrexham for no reason and play Tosin and Badiashile for 120 minutes. He's playing Fofana and Chalobah through moments of shit. Like Sarr's getting like next to no minutes, so you got your guy you wanted. Fucking play him.
Sarr got dunked on by Timber.
But you don't know that that's the guy that he wanted. I think that's the easy solution.
Timber's goal was because of Sarr. Y'all know that,
100%.
Right?
No, I know that, Jimmy. But my point is,
probably,
Jimmy, I'm gonna make the same point I said earlier though. Like I agree with you. Sarr was at fault for the Timber goal. It's his fault, bro. I'm watching Fofana and Chalobah make mistakes for goals as well that we concede and lose games. Like, brother, they're all gonna make mistakes. They're all gonna fucking make mistakes.
But these guys are making mistakes every week, and it's almost like a gauntlet of if the young players make one mistake, they're out of it. We're shit anyway. What's the point?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, we're shit anyway. The centre backs all kind of a mid anyway. Like, they're all making mistakes. It's the same thing I said earlier. I don't know if you were in the chat when I said this. Like,
but either way, listen, we know nothing is going to change.
Like Sarr and Josh and everything, they might ride through it. They might smooth the mistakes out. What smoothing of mistakes is Chalobah and Fofana?
You know what managers are going to do. Managers at this level, they're going to trust experience over kids. Like, and it's not. I'm not saying this isn't. I'm not saying it's the right thing. I'm just saying that's what managers do. They trust. If when shit hits the fan, they say, you know what? I need experienced players to try to get me out of this situation, and they're not going to trust the kids. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's the right thing to do, but I'm just saying
that's 9 out of 10 managers.
That's what they do. That's what they do.
But here's the thing, right? The Prem is so like, I don't know what's going on with it. Like, the Prem just turned into the NFL/WWE/ professional rugby league. And it's like, yo, excuse me, Sarr and Chimpong and these niggas. Bro, let's be honest. They're gonna get beat up, bro. Like over 90, these kids, they quick, they agile, they young, they got all that. But over 90, they're just gonna get beat up.
No, that's why I worry about with Penders. When Penders comes, and don't get me wrong, I would love to see Penders, just because our keepers now are so shit. I would love to see him at least be able to compete for it. But on corners and stuff like Penders he is skinny. He is not strong at all. They don't do that shit in France, but in this league, when he's got,
they're gonna be holding that nigga off with an L.
Yeah, they're gonna be beating the shit out of him.
It's gonna be just like some people gonna be like this. Chill, man.
It's gonna look like, you guys remember some of the maybe the older guys in here. You guys remember De Gea's first season in the Premier League?
I'm tired.
Yeah, you know, Mickey was.
I'm not trying to see that. Like,
I know, I'm not.
That shit was abuse. That what they was
doing.
Today,
that first like 18 months. That first 18 months, 2 years of David De Gea, where they didn't Fergie switch with De Gea and Lindelof.
Listen, here's my thing. Here's the metric of when Penders can become Chelsea keeper. When he starts for his national team. Until then, you can't become our keeper. I'm sorry.
That's not going to happen.
He's not going to be our keeper.
Yes. Until you start hearing the national team go, yo, he's right on Couture Hills. That's when you bring him.
We're talking about then you're talking about Thibaut Courtois, who is one of the best goalkeepers in the last 25 years. Like, if you, I hear your.
I wonder what team. Hold on. I wonder what team he came from.
I mean, we know about why he wanted to leave. Like, that's different.
That's irrelevant.
I'm not saying.
I just know what a top keeper is, right? I don't believe what you're. Listen, I just don't believe what you guys believe, and we can believe something that's different.
No, Daniel, I don't like.
I don't believe a keeper is going to develop at Chelsea. It's not going to happen.
Yeah,
Right,
I'm
not.
Don't give me a
I don't believe in that.
Said that. Go give me a ready-made keeper. I don't want to develop a keeper.
Yeah, I'm not hyping Penders up. I haven't seen enough of. I don't watch Strasbourg, right? I don't. To be honest with you, I don't want none of them Strasbourg cats. I don't
You
think
got to
any
watch
of them
2 games and you understand he's not ready. Just watch 2 games.
Right. But all I'm saying is, if that's your expectation, is for him to be the starting keeper of the Belgian national team when they have world-class Thibaut Courtois. That's crazy to me. But
I know what you're saying.
KG, I hear that, but where
every old guy, guys, listen, every old guy has to get taken out. Would you ever have thought Peter Cech, greatest keeper of all time, would get taken out? He got taken out. Yeah. That's the name of the game.
And even if where I would agree with Daniel.
If you can't take out Courtois at 38 or 36, I'm sorry.
Where I agree with Daniel to a point is he doesn't even necessarily have to be the number one. But for me in this scenario, he doesn't have to be the number one, but he has to be in the conversation where, like Daniel said, there are rumblings of he's the backup, he's the guaranteed number 2, and there are games where you would bring him in to start over Courtois like friendlies. He has to be the guaranteed number 2. He's not even making the squad.
34 this year.
Like the fact that, like someone said it, Lamens is ahead of him in the Belgian team. That can't happen if Penders is going to be the number 1 for us. He has to be in the squad and the backup at the very minimum. Starting, I understand because Courtois. I understand Courtois thing.
You've watched too much ball to know. You're the keeper of Real Madrid. You're the keeper of Manchester United. You're the keeper of fucking Strasbourg. Who do you think the manager, the national team manager is?
KG, do you know who the backup goalkeeper for? Do you know who the backup goalkeeper for Belgium currently is?
Who is it? Mignolet?
It's Matt Sells, who's the backup keeper at Forest.
Yeah, but you national team is just as much about politics as it is about it. But
no, I hear you. But when my point is, the other options behind Courtois are all shit. They're all not.
What I'm saying is,
Lamens is different.
What I'm saying is, Penders will never be able to surpass a Thibaut Courtois, a Lamens.
No, that's the point. He should be above those other 2 bums.
Yeah, he should be above the other guys. Courtois, I agree.
You'll never be able to pass those 2 guys playing at Strasbourg.
No,
never going to happen.
All right, KG, you're not wrong. However, the way Penders is viewed in Belgium, this nigga is viewed as the next Courtois. So, with all the hype and praise about you, there's no excuses why you shouldn't go to this World Cup.
I'm not watching Belgium. I'm not watching. I think Lamens deserves to be number 2. I think Lamens is
right now it is, yeah, 100%.
Biggest reason for United's turnaround, other than them finally realizing that Amarin was a fucking bum, like everybody knew he was.
Yeah.
The difference between Lamens and Onana is night and day, right? You see what a good keeper will do to your back line. It stabilizes you. It gives your center back confidence and stuff like that. But I don't even know why we're like, if Penders goes to the World Cup, he's not touching grass. So I don't give a fuck.
He's not making it to the World Cup. I've looked at their team.
I don't think so either.
He got called in because Courtois pulled out with injury. If Courtois hadn't, he was not making it. Like I'm looking at there because they've announced their squad for the qualifying matches.
Is Van Bruggen Dutch or is he or Belgium?
No, Verbruggen's Dutch. So it's the 3 that are going are Lamens, Penders now because of Courtois' injury, and Sells. Like, but this is like he should be if he's going to play for us.
Say Courtois' injury.
Yeah, for the. This is for the last qualifying match. This is the last qualifying match. Not currently. It's the last qualifying matches. It has like the last squad they had basically. Courtois was injured. He withdrew from injury, and then to replace him, Penders was called in.
Yeah.
So Penders ain't even making the first squad. And I hear it's Strasbourg, bro. One of their gatekeepers is the backup keeper for Forest. They're calling up guys that play for Leipzig. He should be in that conversation.
If you play for Leipzig, that's a bigger GQ, whatever the term is, than
he
playing
should
for.
Still be in that conversation.
I guarantee you, 3 years ago, 95% of us never knew what the fuck a Strasbourg was until we bought
KG, it. Just like you said, politics. In Belgium, they rate this guy. They rate him as the next Courtois. So politics-wise. You should be in around the squad anyway, just based off people rating you. So
I mean, we'll see. I mean, look,
but in terms of Chelsea, we shouldn't be.
I don't want him either.
I think Penders is amazingly talented. but he's not ready to come in the
Yeah,
summer.
no, that was never my thing. Like Daniel, I know that was your thing too. I 100% agree with you. I do not want a 21-year-old goalkeeper in between the sticks with these bozos that we have as center back in front of him. If Sanchez can't command and can't organize the defense, we expect a 21-year-old coming from Strasbourg who's got to learn the physicality of the Prem to do it. Like, to me, that is a setup for a disaster.
Even forget the physicality stuff. I watched Strasbourg versus Palace. This high line thing that Rosenior wants to do with Penders,
I saw that shit.
Where he's acting like an extra center back. Palace should have scored 2 goals just based off of that alone. Bro.
I know. I saw the running on Twitter.
The best thing this ownership can do in the summer, forget signing anybody. Go beg Maresca to come back. Go beg him.
Coming back.
That's the best. That's the only thing they can do.
You asked this. That's
I'll say that won't solve the problem though, because they're still not going to.
No, it won't solve the problem, but
waited to fire the nigga, man. You could have fired him. You could have got rid of him. Just work with him, deal with him to the end of the year, man.
Yeah. And at the end of the day,
lovely.
As much as I've criticized Rosenior based off the game yesterday, if you think he's the guy, like if he's your guy going forward, you have to go and get him players that are going to fit. Like you have to find centre back that are going to be able to play.
Before, bro. Yeah, look at that nigga got the baby.
I won 2 trophies, vindicated the whole project just for them to tell him to go fuck himself.
100%. But like sooner or later, the penny has to drop. If you're going to keep hiring these guys, you have to go and get players that are going to fit. Like go and sign a centre back in the summer that can like I know Alexis said earlier about the Gabriel and the Saliba thing, but if you sign those guys who are competent 1v1, if you're going to play this high line open as shit football, at least they are better suited to it than the guys we have. If you want, like, even I know what we said about Penders. I don't want him to play next season or be a starter for us either. But just devil's advocate thing. If you think he works best, make it so he can play, man. Like Jorgensen needs to leave the moment the summer window opens. Have Sanchez as clear backup, because what's the point of having Sanchez as number 1 next season with Liam in charge if you know what the outcome is? Because Sanchez can't do the dictating thing. We saw how that went, and you're going to have a manager who doesn't change it. It's a recipe for disaster. It will never work. At the very minimum, I don't want Rosenior here past the summer anyway. But if he's going to be, please just go and get players that make it so his and other players' lives are easier. Make it so we're not having this conversation every week because our team is more open than a stripper's legs on the fucking red light district. It cannot be that way every game.
Because Rosenior will just back whoever they bring in anyway.
Of course he will.
I don't know. Everybody said that. We said that about Maresca. Everybody said he's a championship manager and he's a yes man. And then as soon as shit started going left and we got hit with a couple of injuries, all of a sudden Maresca became very spicy. Like shit changes, man. Like
but like Maresca had the credit in the bank. No matter how much some people in the chat want to disrespect the trophies that we won, he hit every target and overachieved with the World Cup. He earned the right to start talking with that chest.
I agree, but it goes back to Scott's point about it doesn't matter what club it is. You could be talking about any club in the world. You can talk about your local Sunday League team. If you need players to play the way you want to play, then you need to give that manager the tools. You can't. I don't care who it is. You can't. Pep couldn't make this squad be good defensively. Prime Mourinho couldn't make this squad be good defensively. We have a huge quality issue, and that extends to the manager. Like we've got developmental players and we've got a developmental manager. That shit is never a good mix. But I'm worried if we get rid of Rosenior in the summer, who the fuck are we going to bring in?
It's Gary O'Neill. We had this conversation.
It's Gary O'Neill.
It's Gary O'Neill, brother. I hope you're ready. It's Gary O'Neill next.
Gary O'Neill as a fucking Chelsea manager. Like this is what our club has done.
They're just handing out the job at this point. It's not earned.
You can make it as easier on yourself as possible, right? Even if you're just doing like if any of us were maybe sporting directors and you say, "Yo, how do you fix this back line?" And you look in the league and you see the teams like Everton, Aston Villa, like Brighton, and you see how their back lines are doing. Even if you can't get this world-class guy, you try to that's where I'll do my scouting in those 3 teams. Just make it simple yourself.
I was gonna say, Daniel,
but they're not gonna do that.
I think you might have touched on this before. I don't know when this was. It was recently, or within the last month. I've fully like come around to the idea, bro. Just go get like Tarkovsky or something. At least he's good in the air. Like he's not anything special. At least he's good in the air. Bro, like we've reached the pits of hell where I'm actually like asking for Tarkovsky because our centre backs are that bad, and at least he brings something none of our other centre backs have, which is aerial threat. Like we're cooked.
They have the third best defense in this league.
I know that's nuts.
I want no parts of. We'll be here and
you guys got to leave your pride somewhere because we'll be here. Let me tell you what.
Cussing the shit
out of all these profiles or whatever. Listen, we're getting Rodgers. We all know that. So you're all gonna get the Champions League player you all want.
Don't blame me thinking about that.
They're gonna pay the money. You know these guys.
You think we get? You think we get Rodgers?
Yeah, definitely. And I think we'll get Sensi.
Get who? I didn't hear. What was the last one?
Senesi.
Senesi, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
So that's your team.
I say especially with Senesi being on a free transfer in the summer as well, because I think it's already come out that he's not signing a new contract with
Austin 2.0. Love,
basically.
Lovely shit, man.
Can he run? Can you?
I was about to do it. I do it like for Finn Park. I can't be bothered. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know.
All I know is he's a ball-playing centre back, but I think he's a bit of a negative on everything else.
Aerially, he sucks. I think from what I've heard.
Yeah, well, you happen to defend what they can actually defend.
Join the fucking club, bro.
The problem
I wish the players like just played without the manager's instructions. That's what they said they did with Maresca. But they said they won the league, they won trophies in spite of his tactics. We move. Big up JC saying I heard him justify with XG and the players gave it all. He didn't say that again, did he?
I didn't hear any.
All I read was the quote about goalkeepers, and that was bad enough.
Can we? This should be the game, or that should have been the game where we throw XG in the trash.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to hear any more talk about XG, XA, XFL, triple X, any of that shit. Like when I saw people pumping, but Chelsea had better XG than PSG, I'm like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, it was the score set at the end of the match.
I was going to say, do you know what it is? Do you know where it was like failed yesterday? Is because you look at the shots they took, and yes, the shots they are taking, like the Kvaratskhelia one, like the Vitinha one, they are low XG shots, quote unquote. But they all score those because those are like, especially in the attack, quality level attackers. Like they will get the lower XG shots or the lower XG chances and score them because the quality's better. So, like,
Lord said
even they can like score off lower XG in certain moments. We need higher XG because our attackers outside of like João Pedro, like they're worse. So they're gonna need the higher XG chances to score. Like but like the whole XG thing, bro, is just fucking stupid.
That's why I never liked it because it doesn't take into account the quality of the person on the attack. If a shot falls to me in the box and a shot falls to Erling Haaland, that technically that has the same XG when it should never have the same XG.
Look at the shot Liam Delap took at that angle, and tell me that João Pedro don't make a better decision.
Talking of players, we need to jettison away from the club immediately.
Oh shit!
I knew as soon as he subbed Delap.
I'll tell you what, Liam Delap is the name we're talking about.
Yeah,
like
Delap,
there are not many reasons I'm hyped for in the transfer window. Getting rid, hopefully, of some of these players like Delap is the only thing keeping me going when it comes to the transfer window. Because there's no way he's here next season with Omega coming in, with João Pedro being here. There's no way you're keeping Delap as third choice striker.
Yeah.
You know somebody would take a Strasbourg if they'll even take him.
Somebody in the league would take a flyer on him. He's too English.
I know what. I'll swing the redirect over in a little bit, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, people, hibachi session in a bit, man. Send them over, Lewis, when you're done.
Yeah, man. Go cook them, bruv. Go cook them, man. I'll be there listening as well, my G. Big up to JC, though, my guy. Big up, bro. Yeah, Hassan, your feelings fucking mutual, mate. Dickhead. Big up.
Dickhead. Bro. Yeah, what dickhead?
Big up Valencia saying we all agreed Liam was irrelevant when Maresca got sacked. This is 100% a Blueco situation, not tactics or coach. I promise you 4 years becomes 10 quid. Brother, we know this, but we still have to talk about the games. And he's still fucked. massively.
I'm gonna be real. I need to say this because some people will think I'm defending the owners. Fuck Blueco and fuck Clear Lake and all that shit. Yesterday, I'm not. It has nothing to do with the owners.
Little bit in quality, but
a little bit in quality for certain areas, but in terms of yesterday is 90% on the manager because of either tactics, setup, player choice, etc.
Yeah,
like
90-10.
Blueco is irrelevant. We're talking about yesterday. If you want to talk about the season, 100%. Yesterday's game has nothing to do with Blueco outside of what you said, KG. A little bit in terms of recruitment, in terms of quality of certain players.
Yeah.
Outside of that, no. There's nothing you can talk about when it comes to the owners. Because brother, no one can tell me they asked for Jorgensen to play. No one can tell me they told Rosenior to have the fucking backline so open. They didn't ask him to do that.
Saying that in the ground, and I was like, brother, we had this exact argument about Sanchez starting a year ago. It's clearly not that. Can't just blame everything on Clear Lake. As in, you can go back and then look further down, and then clearly it's the root cause. But if you're going game by game, sometimes it's not just deflect to that, because we all know that we're all on the same boat with Clear Lake. There's no point. There's nothing to argue about. But yeah, this is on Rosenior. Fuck that guy, man. Big up Valencia, brother. Fuck Rosenior. He's pissed me off today. He's a dickhead. Big up JC saying Jorgensen reminds me of Claudio Bravo. Respect Claudio Bravo.
Better goalkeeper by Mo.
Johnny Bravo.
Jesus.
Yeah, respect Claudio Bravo, man. Still. Big up Christian saying hello, Lewis. Fafana and Jorgensen bullshit. I come on Tuesday for the second leg. Christian from Brussels. Oh shit, you bought a ticket.
Unlucky, mate.
Don't worry, join the club. I'm still trying to shift mine though.
You trying to shift yours? I'm trying to shift mine next to me as well.
No,
I've got a ticket. I'm happy to get rid of that.
I'm happy to get rid of as well. I've got Spencer next to me as well. If you want.
Singing section, face value. You already know we don't price out our own. You already know what it is.
Row A 306 is next to me and get on TV, man.
Ahmed, there's one person Fata's holding for just to be safe. If not, I'll shout you. Big up to Oliver. Big up my G saying, I wonder if you remember me in the bar with Specs. Specs? Was that with Specs?
Look at that. Ain't that sweet? Do you remember?
He's wearing glasses.
Got a photo also yesterday saying Enzo would score, and you said not who I thought. So you're saying this was at the pub yesterday? Bro, I don't remember. The amount of bund after that game, it didn't help. It didn't help one bit. But yo, big up, brother. Bless up, my G.
Hussam, you're proper posh, man. Allow it, Hussam.
I'll remember you next time.
Remember,
but bless up, bro. Or if not, just send me a picture. Then I'll definitely remember.
This was Sam the fraud. He's propping pots. Remember that. We will not forget.
Yeah, but he saw back in he saw the Maresca stuff anyway. It's all good. It's all good. Big up JC saying, as a therapy, I want a game against Shamrock. Yeah, but we'll probably get a red card in that.
I don't even care.
Yeah, man. Hey, the way things are going, you might get that rematch next season, you know? And big up to Dens saying, sack him ASAP. I've seen enough. I'm still pissed. I'm not going to tell anyone not to think that. He's done nothing for me to back him like that. I'm not there. Fuck him. Fuck Rosenior. I've got nothing to say of support for him right now, but if you don't want to be there, you can be there.
Hey, no more horny factor from now on. I'm a changed man. No more.
Yeah. To be fair, Fata is a changed man. He is a changed man.
I guess
that was proved. That was proved in France, man. We're respect. But we did not want to be going over there, man. Fuck all of that, man.
No more.
But yeah, big up to everyone that's locked in. I'm going to the pub. Love to the chat, love to the panel. Big up to all you guys. I appreciate you. Don't go anywhere. We're going to Jimmy Spliff TV, and he's going to cook all the Maresca outers. So go enjoy that, because I'll be there. Like, subscribe. We'll see you lot tomorrow for the Newcastle preview. Yeah.
Another game.
Yeah,